Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm making sure my volumes are working. I haven't streamed in so long. I'm like, do I even know how to do this anymore? Goodness gracious. I've just been working on so many videos and random nonsense over... Oh my gosh, really I've been so busy the last few weeks with stuff like kind of outside of oh my gosh, I still have mining fatigue from flying over. I just flew here before I logged off last time, and I still have mining fatigue from flying over a guardian. So this is gonna be obnoxious. Love it. Okay, I have to stay focused. Do not let my ADD win. I have been very busy. I took a condensed class, and that ate up a lot of my time. It was great, but it ate up a lot of my time, which is why I didn't really stream much the last month. And on top of that, I've been, of course, making videos, the mega episode, the gym videos, which has been its own entire insanely long progress. I'm sure you guys are aware of how long stuff like that takes, right? And I'm currently, of course, working on a video. Oh, I'm sure you guys could have predicted that one. I'll talk a little bit about it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good meme. So what I'm working on is getting all of the starters. Yes. I have mining fatigue. Getting... This is really annoying. Because, like, to get the submerged spawns, the water has to be 3 deep. Which means I'm not even getting submerged spawns. Like, my submerged... I need submerged spawns, and I'm only gonna get them in like these like really specific areas. Oh, a Goomy! That's an ultra rare spawn. It's not the ultra rare spawn I wanted, but he scared me. Stop being obnoxious. 2 Goomies? I see. I say. That's why there's Goomies here. It's because they're in boats. Well, they don't freaking count. They're in boats. 70% Goomy. Huh. That makes more sense now that they're in boats. That do be making more sense. How you doing, Cal? Yeah, but, you know, we're back. And I am at the point in the video that I'm making where I am just simply going to have to like grind out stuff. That is what it is. And so part of that I think is going to be I might just like... Man, what's the fastest way to get a mudkip spawn? This is probably not it, actually. It's probably fishing in a... I'm trying to decide what's the best waste of my time. Because I want a mudkip. So what's the best way to waste my time trying to get a mudkip? I think it's not expanding my little platform here. It's probably not doing that. Oh, man. Hello, Costello. How are you doing? Howdy, howdy. My best waste of time is probably reforcing spawns over and over again here, or going to a Shipwreck Cove. Reforcing spawns like that. That's probably my best bet. Let me re-angle myself so I'm a little more comfortable. Bear with me. I'm awesome. My mind is freaking everywhere today. But yes, we are... what I'm working on today. Okay, let's remain focused. Today, my goal, get a mudkip. Because I'm trying to get all the starters, basically. I'm sure you guys are aware that through the battling and the building for the videos last month, I've been working on the Pokedex, obviously. Like, I don't think anyone else in the server that I know of is, like, taking the Pokedex seriously, but I am. And I do want to complete the Pokedex. And I've already caught, like, over 500, but part of that is getting the ultra rares, right? And I'm getting pretty low on the ultra rares that I need left. And one of the ultra rares I have, or some of the ultra rares that I have left that I think are going to be the most obnoxious, I'm so sorry, Magikarp, is some of the ultra rares that I have left are like the starters. Like I need the starters. So with that being said, that's what I'm kind of tackling in the next video. I think I'm doing it in a fun, creative little way, though. It's not going to be just me running around looking for starters. I'm gonna mix it up a bit. Oh no, you guys see my grade desktop? No. Okay. Yo, can I do this challenge with you? Heck yeah. In your own world. You cannot join the server. But you can try to get a mudkip before me without hacking it in. Try to organically get a mudkip. I do not have a Discord server. No, I'm playing on the BattleCraft server, which is a content creator only server. And it is, we have like 13 members, and we are currently pretty solid with those 13. We're not really looking for anyone else right now. Wouldn't it be easier to fish it? In theory, I think it would. Like, it's just a numbers game, right? In theory, I think it is easier to fish it. You're a content creator? No way, bro. We're not looking to add anyone right now. But if you make content on CobblemoN, make sure that you can join the BattleCraft community Discord. That's where like we interact with people that also make CobblemoN stuff. Or the CobblemoN Discord itself also does has a content creator section, and share your stuff in there, because I quite regularly will scroll that Discord and watch other people's stuff, especially if they're like, hey, I watch BattleCraft, you know, this is a video I made. I quite regularly watch other people's stuff, and there's a lot of talented people out there making stuff. So yeah, if you want people to find and discover your stuff, that's one way that you can do it. All right, I'm just hopping on lily pads. I'm not being productive. Yeah, let's go. The problem is I need to find a shipwreck cove, right? And I haven't been to one since this. Do you guys remember when we like went way out here? Where the frick is it? Oh, where is it? Where is it? There it is. There's the little house we built. What's the chords for this? Negative. Oh, frick. Oh, that's a problem. 6 times 8. 8 times 8. 64. So negative 800. Let me not try to do math in my head when I'm tired. Where's my... Oh, my desktop. Here, let's try this. Looking for game? Okay, I was trying to make it so it just locked my Minecraft, but it's okay. The BattleCraft, if you go to any of my SMP or CobblemoN videos and you look in the description, it'll have a link to it. That is the easiest way to find it. Alright. I'm going to write these chords down so I'm not a goober. Negative 6,400. 27 doesn't matter. 5341. And then we'll divide those by the golden number 8. Because for some reason they decided to make things divisible by 8. I guess it's because 64 is divisible by 8. And 64 is one of the golden Minecraft numbers. Yep. Negative 803. 5341 divided by 8. 667. Alright, we just gotta go there in the nether and build a portal. That's how we gonna do this. That's how I roll. Let me make sure it's not here before I fly away. Does not appear to be here. There's a portal this way. Right there. Beautiful. yes, if you want a link to the BattleCraft Discord, I can't really grab it right this moment. I recommend going to any of my CobblemoN videos and check the description. You will see a link to the BattleCraft Discord and the main CobblemoN Discord. Both of those I recommended to you, and I recommend to anyone. Obviously, playing CobblemoN and making content, or just want to find other people to play with, whatnot. Share your content. We have like a share your content section on there, which is really cool. Share your videos, share your projects, and like I said, you can post stuff in there, and I know other people check it out. I usually check out almost every person's video that posts stuff in there. Actually, oh yeah, we moved all the bases, didn't we? Bing bong, bing 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 bong 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 bing bing bing. Bing bing bing, I moved all the bases. I moved all of my portals. Bing 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 bong bing bing. Move them down here where everyone else's junk is. Alright. Negative 800. This might actually be the walkway towards it. Oh, I chose the walkway with the mobs in it. Oh. Oh. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. I'm dead. There's so many mobs here. What is going on? Oh, goodness gracious. Maybe I should have just kept flying the other way. I'm glad my videos keep you sane when you're working on projects. I know how that is. I definitely watch a lot of YouTubers too when, you know what, this is just bad all around. I definitely watch other BattleCrafters, obviously. I watch a few people like HermitCrafters, a few other Minecraft creators, small and big. I also watch some big YouTubers. Obviously, I'm sure I have some people here into the FNAF stuff. I've been watching... I've been watching some of the new FNAF content and videos, Secret of the Mimic stuff. I enjoy it. I enjoy FNAF. I've been following it for I've been following it for 10 years at this point. Oh, shoot. Okay. Negative 803. This way. I've been following FNAF since FNAF 1 at this point, so I still enjoy watching that. Is there a community BattleCraft public IP server? No, but there is, if I remember correctly, a BattleCraft private community server that is like ran by some of the members of that Discord. It's invite only, but you could ask and see if someone on there would add you. I think it is still up and running. It may not be. Yes, there's new FNAF content. Are you living under a rock? Secret of the Mimic dropped last week. Secret of the Mimic. We have Mimic information now. Whenever I come over here, I don't actually ever remember where the freaking thing is. Who do you ask? Let me check. Let's see here. I'm checking the Discord to try to remember who is in charge of that. I don't remember. Still checking. Community server. There is a tab for it. There it is. Our SMP is closed. We hit a number of players and we'll start in 2 days. There are other community servers to check out. Jake and Andrew. So there's a thread called community servers. I would ask in there. Just be like, hey, looking for community server. Found this via JB. Anyone have a public server I could join? This is my social security number. I'm joking. Don't put in your social security number. That was a joke. That was a joke. Don't do that. That was humor. That was a little goof. Do not give people your private information on the internet. I can never find this stupid doo-doo thing. Okay, there it is. I outlined it. I remember I outlined it because I can never find it. Goodness gravy, bro. Now, hopefully, we're going to what's called a Shipwreck Cove, which is a CobblemoN structure. We're going to fish there because they have their own special fishing rates. Hopefully, this thing isn't active, because if these little things are active and I have to fight this, I'm not really in the mood. Oh, somebody's been here and been making a farm out of this. Ooh. Oh, it's active. Bro, I don't wanna. Somebody is making a farm. I'm not prepared for this. I don't want to do this at all. Okay. Let's see if I can avoid this. He's dancing. Look at him go. Okay. Somebody's making a farm, bro. Someone is just straight up making a farm here. What's going on? I really hope I'm not spoiling someone's video. This is really the only one that I know of. So I'm kind of forced to be here. So I'm sorry if... Can I not be shot? That would be rad. Am I standing too close? Okay, I'm just gonna ignore these. I'm just gonna ignore these. Can I get a Steelix? I already have a Steelix, my man. How often do you go live? Oh, man, I should go live every single week, but I don't. I haven't been live for a while. It really depends what I've got going on in my life, to be honest. I've been very busy recently. And so I haven't went live. Makes sense, right? Berry locations. I want berry fishing effects. Berry fishing effects. Berry fishing. CobblemoN. We do not have the Mega Evolved mod currently. Though I would be remiss if I did not say that we have been looking at some different mods. Some different mods we can add. You know? We're always updating the pack and looking for ways to really bring things to the next level. So we'll see. You can download the BattleCraft mod pack on a launcher called Modrith. Yeah, Mega Steelix would definitely be probably the perfect Mega for my gym. You guys still here? Yep. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what berry to use to catch Mudkip the fastest. It's a solo water type. Mix minerals. What? Okay, so I can choose a berry that matches an egg group, and that'll help me. So we're gonna look up Mudkips because everyone likes those. It is in the Monster and Water 1 group. So I can do Monster. I think it's a Lumberry. Yep, Lumberry. And so we'll grab Lum. I have 6. Great. What the frick? Where did my fishing rod go? Okay, there it is. Okay. Do I have more of those? I do. Great! Alright, let's try to catch one of these bad boys. Hi, how are ya? I'm good. Alright, we're gonna do some fishing. Bing, 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 bong, bing, 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 bing. Yeah, Mega Steelix would be amazing, but yeah, we don't have Mega Steelix, so no Megas right now, but that just means it's more things we can add in the future. Am I right, fellers? We don't have a champion on this. Okay, well, okay. You know what? That's a loaded question. I'll answer it like this. Right now, there are gym leaders. There are... hello. There are like 3 or 4 gym leaders on our server that are prepared to take on gyms. I am one of them. KC is one of them. I think we're the only 2 with currently active gyms. I'm an undefeated gym leader. So, that's all I'm going to say on that one. Who's the strongest gym leader? I'm just... oh my gosh. What the heck? I'm undefeated, so... who is the champion on the server? When we had a tournament a few... We had a tournament of... oh, I love Relicanth. Oh, man. Are you any good? 85%? 85%? You're pretty good, actually. When we last had a tournament, Virtuositas, or Vert, I'm sure you guys have heard of Vert, he won. So I guess he was the champion of the tournament. But since then, he has not beaten me. He hasn't beaten me. So, I don't actually know if he's the master. I mean, he can claim to be the master, but he hasn't beaten me. If you're trying to play CobblemoN on Cursed Forge, your best answer is to just look up CobblemoN packs on the Cursed Forge launcher and play one of those. We do not have the... dang it, he's got a trident. We do not have the Cursed Forge launcher compatibility with our mod pack, unfortunately, because we use a Fabric API launcher. It's incompatible. Is what it is. I recommend using the Modrinth launcher or the Prism launcher, both of which I have used extensively and had a lot of luck with. That's just my take. Do what you need to do. You little turd, get out of here. What does Dream Ball do? Hold on, there's too many questions. You guys gotta calm the flip down. I like having this many people in here, but I'm dumb. I can only answer a few questions at a time. Okay, we'll start with... yes, gym leaders are available. It is on... our pack is not on Cursed Forge, but the CobblemoN pack is, so it just depends what you want to play. It's a cool fishing rod. Thank you. I'm using shaders, and it is like a netball rod. I'm using complementary shaders, and I too like the vibrance of it quite a lot. The site you're probably looking for is Modrinth. 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 It's a launcher just like Cursed Forge. It's also a website. What the heck? I'm getting a lot of these little guys. Oh, he is sturdy. It's gonna be annoying. This trident's sitting here, and there's no way I can actually collect it, which makes me sad. What does Dream Ball do? Dream Ball raises your chance to catch a Pokemon that's sleeping. It's a 4 times multiplier, which is the highest possible multiplier you can get in the game. And it works on sleeping Pocketmans. And the pack you're looking for is going to be called BattleCraft. BattleCraft. Because that is what we're playing on right now, is a server called BattleCraft. Full of content creators. We got a bunch of cool people in here. I'm actually not even using Steelix for my gym. I'm using Onyx. Oh, it pooped out stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm using Onyx. I'm not using Steelix because we have a Steel type trainer, and there's only so many Steel types in the game. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna leave Steel for our Steel type friends, and I'm gonna take Onyx. How many Dream Balls do I have? 27, but we also have a mod called Tom's Simple Storage, which means I can access my storage system anywhere in the world. The mod pack and the SMP are both called BattleCraft, so either will work. I'm actually not running it with an Eviolite because it's so slow that doubling its defenses don't matter, and it also gets sturdy. So again, doubling its defensive stats don't really matter. I'm running it with like a rock and ground, or it was like rock or ground gem, because with sturdy, you're like getting one good attack off, so you must as well just make it like a really good attack. We have been playing on this server for 6 months. I have uploaded 31 episodes. Bye, Shuckle. Yep, 31 episodes. Working on 32 right now. And I plan on doing a server tour pretty soon. I realized the other day that I probably have a bunch of new views. Oh, we got it. Oh, we got it. Okay. That only took like 20 catches. That could have been way worse. Oh, that could have been way worse. I've been looking for this guy for a minute. All right, come on. Oh, let's go. All right, I can get out of here. Hey, Yarrow, what's good? I think the question about using Steelix, it's not like if I'm allowed to use it or not, right? Like, I definitely am allowed to use it. No one is gonna, like, be mad if I run it. It's more so about courtesy, right? It's like, if we have someone that was like, hey, I want to use steel, tinkering steel types, and that's totally fine. I have as a construction gym leader, my theme is construction. I have like 36 Pokemon that are totally great to use. So I want to choose Pokemon that I feel like fit my theme the best and that I want to enjoy using. And I honestly enjoy using Onyx just as much, if not more, than Steelix. So it's just about courtesy, and on top of it fits my theme. So it's totally fine. Rockhead and Eviolite sounds fine. The problem is, like, if you go Rockhead and Eviolite, you're still... Onyx's special defense is still so low, you will just get one shot by a Surf. Like, it does not matter. Since you're quad weak to grass, ice, and water, it is super pointless running Rockhead. Like, you're just way better off running Sturdy. And with Sturdy, you are guaranteed to get an attack off, right? Like, that's why you run Sturdy. They'll bring you down to Sturdy, you get an attack off. So your best... Oh my gosh. This guy's pretty good. I wasn't going to catch him, but holy moly, 80%. 24 attack. Man, I would want one with like near perfect attack, so I think I'm going to pass, but that's pretty good. But yeah, Sturdy, and then just an offensive item, Choice Band, a gem, Soft Sand. It's better. At least in my humble opinion, I think it's better. Okay, let's figure out where we're going today. We got our Mudkips. It's another one down. Now, you know what it's time for? It's jungle time. I gotta figure out where Vert's jungle is, and I don't think he'd mind me just... Why is your name purple? Oh, it's the nether. It's the nether portal lighting. Yeah, it is. Huh, that's weird. I don't think Vert will mind me using his jungle, but the problem is I don't know where his jungle is. He basically cleared out an entire jungle just to like focus on jungle spawns because he was hunting Pokemon. So might need to go do that. How do I... Okay, I'm gonna make... I don't know how to install... I don't quite understand your question on how to install it. If you're using a launcher, you should just be able to have the pack downloaded on the launcher and then launch it. Like, it shouldn't... It should just work. I haven't ran into an issue of, like, a Java compatibility issue with that. There also should be videos online on how to launch packs like that. And it's kind of hard for me to give advice over a stream because... Well, I'm trying to make a video and other people are asking questions and stuff. So that is the last time I'm going to be able to kind of address it. Hopefully you can figure it out. And if you have more specific questions, you know, asking people in the Discord might be able to help you. Yeah, excavating a mountain with speaking of excavating a mountain, I don't know if you have seen what Vert has done or if you guys watch Vert, but like holy moly, he excavated an entire mountain for his build and it like blows my mind. You're going to want to use the Modrinth launcher. Modrinth. If you go to Google and you type in Modrinth launcher and then you get that, all your dreams will come true. Okay, where is Vert's? That's a lot of mobs. Where is... I do have Golem. I have a normal Golem on my gym team. I have 3 gym teams. If you haven't seen my last video, or I mean, honestly, how many videos did I make on my gym? 3. I made like 4 so far. If you've seen any of those 4, then you know that I've got a bunch of like really cool gym Pokemon, like Mudsdale is one of them. Because there were just so many cool construction-y Pokemon to use. I was like, you know what? There's so many. I want to use some different ones. So I picked a bunch, and I have different teams, you know? So that's fun. Trey, I'm so sorry, my main dude, but I cannot help you over a live stream like this. It is just not possible. Not possible. I'm so sorry, but it's not possible. Right now, I'm the only one on. We have about 13 or 14. We have about 13 members, I think, here on the BattleCraft Season 2. I can't really do a server tour right now, but hopefully in this... We're getting ready to approach July, right? Hopefully in July, I plan on doing a server tour for our 6 months anniversary of this world, because we've done so much cool stuff in this world. It blows my mind how much cool stuff we've done. And I mean, we as in like all the server members, you know, not just me. We have a bunch of like super talented builders here. Oh, I can't breed them until you gotta break the horse. Not like in a physical sense, but like in a mental sense. And then he loves you, and then you can breed them. I've been trying to get a good horse. I don't know why. I just feel like it's a good background task to like breed horses and see if you can get a good one. All right, cool. Now you and... Hey, get back here. Oh, that's how they're getting out. They're hopping over that. Well, dang it. That means I have to change that. 1051. Can still have not beat this one. Still have not beat you. You're very fast. I'm like, how do my horses keep getting out? And then they're just walking over this fence. So that's how they're getting out. That'll do it. That'll do it. All right, let's stay focused. Where am I going? Oh my gosh, the horses are everywhere. If I don't actually fix this horse issue now, I'm never fixing it. We're fixing the horse issue now. Okay, they should not be able to get out anywhere else. So I have my leads, and we'll lead them back to safety of the pin. Yep, come on. There we go. Horsies, come on. You guys gotta all go back in the pen. All gotta go back in the pen. Cannot escape. Cannot do it. This isn't even my horse. Minnie, come get your horse, dang it. It's been in my base for like 3 months. I kid you not. I kid you not. Did I just connect those horses? Wait, real? I didn't even know that was a thing. When did they make leads do that? I didn't know that was a Minecraft thing. Now I do. The more you know. The more you know. Alright, come on. That might be a mod pack thing. We have so many random little quality of life mods, which I enjoy. I'm not complaining in any way. Sometimes I'll see a feature and I'm like, that's been in the game, right? And it's like, no, that's a random mod we added. Alright. I think we got all the horsies in here. We can check. Let's see. Yes. Yes. That seems like it's all the... That seems like it's all the horses. Beautiful. All right. Where is Vert's jungle? There's like 2 jungles. There's a jungle here. There's a jungle here. We're going to fly to both of these and see if one of these is Vert's jungle. Because like I said, Virtuositas, my main squeeze, there's one here too, has like leveled out a jungle somewhere and made it a lot easier for us to farm stuff. There's also one here. Okay, there's too many locations for me to check. So we're just going to pick, which one did I say? That one and that one. Let's go to the red one first. Let's sleep and then we'll go to that one. And then we'll go to that one. And then we'll go to that one. That sounds like a plan, my mans. Hey there, Farley. We did literally just patch the BattleCraft pack yesterday. So we're playing on the most new and improved, we're playing on the most new and improved BattleCraft. Come on. This build turned out so good. All right, come on. I want to go explore a jungle. We're going to go explore a jungle, guys. Let's do it. Bam. All right, we're going to go hit that one and then that one and that. 8,000. Oh, no, that's the... That seems like a not good one to go to. Let's hit this one and then that one. Who built the tower? Me? I built the tower. That's my base. Oh, you're totally right. It is a new thing that we added. You are 100% right. That's what I'm saying. There's so much new quality of life stuff added that I forget. Flying over Callie's beautiful base. I've been enjoying watching her build that. All right, Farley, see you later. Great to see ya. $600 blocks. Let's see if this is Vert's jungle. I genuinely don't know where it is. I know he didn't really flatten one out, but he put like a rail car in, because the next few spawns I'm looking for are all jungle spawns. Okay. I don't think this is it. This is a relatively small jingle jangle. However, we can run around here. And, oh, this is a fossil structure that someone has big time raided. Gonna run around here and see if we can force some spawns anyway. Not gonna hurt. I actually need to collect grass. You guys are gonna laugh at me, but I use grass all the time for random builds, because I do landscaping all the time, obviously, and so I always need grass. So I'm just gonna put some over here, and I also need vines. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's farm some stuff. What did I catch Mudkip for? For the decks. I've been working on trying to complete the Pokedex, and obviously that means catching all the starters, which is what we're working on today, right? We're working on catching all the starters, which is why I started with Mudkip, and now we're on to the jungle spawns. Litten, Rowlet, Snivy, Trico. And this is for my next video. Which hopefully I can get out this week, like Thursday or Wednesday, ideally, if I don't waste too much time being stupid. I use a shader pack called Complementary. I did have to kind of dial it in to get the look I wanted, but yes, Complementary shaders is the shader pack that I use and I like. I feel like it enhances the look of the base game a lot without it being too overwhelming. Where'd my shears go? Okay. I'm also checking the map for rare spawns. A Scyther. I have like a perfect Scyther at my base. I don't really need one. But Scyther is a pretty rare spawn. %. Not good enough. Hi, I'm not good at Pokemon. Do there exist a Pokemon made from cheese? No, I do not think there's a cheese Pokemon. There is a Pokemon made of cream, which is similar to cheese, and that's a Pokemon called Milcery. I think it's spelled like that. And Milcery is made of cream. Cream and cheese are both derivative of milk. So that's, there you go, fun fact. Alright, this is not the jungle I was looking for, so we're gonna keep moving. But I'm just gonna cut the grass real quick for my next building project, because I always freaking use grass as decoration, and I'm always out of it. There is a doe Pokemon, yep, Fido. And there is a ice cream Pokemon, Vanillite. There's quite a few Pokemon based on food items. Okay. This is not the jungle I seek. We will remove and we'll go. Where does the other one? There it is. See, this is a big old freaking jungle. Big old jungle. So let's go to the big old jungle. Here we go. Sorry, I had alt tab. Could farm some jungle wood while I'm here. I like never use jungle wood. I'm not a huge fan of the red tint of jungle wood. That being said, I use a lot of things that need sticks. There is a jungle temple. What the heck? I don't think there's anything of value in this jungle temple, but I'm curious. You don't see these every day. And we have looter here on the server, so that means I can raid it. Ooh, gold and a Charmander Poké Doll. I guess I could get Poké Dolls, so. Vivichoke Seeds, Happiny Doll. All those are commons, but that's fine. We'll shove it in our storage system and keep on going. Yep. Yep, Fido is indeed like a dog. It's a play on words because for a long time, I would say primarily in the 1950s and 60s, Fido was a very popular name for a dog because like there was like multiple TV shows that had Fido as the name. It became like a slogan or a euphemism for like a common dog name, right? Oh, is this Tropical Island? I am? Because if so... Bamboo jungle. What the heck? This biome is crazy. It's just like a little island with a Sigilyph. Single biome with a thingy-mabobber. Ow. Alright, people have been here too. Okay. Are you any good? 75%. Okay. Where was I going? Oh yeah, I was going this way. Getting your teeth pulled. Ah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that is never fun. Any type of like teeth pain and stuff like that is just the worst. So sorry you had to deal with that. All right, keeping my peepers peeled. We're looking for any of the starters really. Snivy, Bulbasaur, Litten. We're looking for like 6 starters. Let me open my little. I have a list somewhere. I don't know where it went. Snivy, Trico, Bulbasaur, stuff like that. That's what we're looking for. This is also not Vert's jungle, it appears, but that's fine. We're just gonna run around. There's a Heracross here somewhere. I like Heracross. One of my top 10 favorite Pokemons for sure. If not, definitely top 5. I don't know. I don't know if it's number 1, but depends on the day. Ah! I fell. Alright, we will use this opportunity to sleepy sleep. I never freaking have a bed on me because I am dumb. I have a bed in here. Do I have a bed in my random bag of randomness? Nope. No bed. All right. Where am I going? South. Yeah, keeping my peepers peeled. We're looking for some starters today, and I think this is the best way to find them. We already got ourselves a mudkip. Oh wait, someone has been here. It looks like someone made like a walking path or something. What the heck is going on? Oh, is this a... Oh, I see another starter. I see another starter. Where'd you go? No, 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 no. No, you cannot despawn. Okay, there it is. I see it. Oh, I see 2 starters. Okay, this one's in a boat. Is the other one in a boat? Oh, dang it. They're both in a boat. Somebody beat me here. Dang it. Oh, I hate this. Alright, so someone was using... I don't know who's... I was going to make a guess on who did this, but I don't know. It's not really worth me making a guess. Dang it. If they're in a boat and a Litten, I guarantee you this is also in a boat. If they're in a boat, it means someone else on the server is saving it. That's what that means. Wait, this one might not be in a boat. If you put a CobblemoN in a boat, it doesn't despawn. Nope, it's in a boat too. Dang it! No, you should be able to make a single player world if you're playing this mod pack. Pokemans. It is Pokemon. Pokemon is the correct pronunciation. I just like to have a little goof and just call it Pokemans because I don't know. It's entertaining or something. Yeah, if they put stuff in a boat, it means they're saving it for later. So I am going to be nice and not catch it. They're saving it. Just like the Shroodle right here. Do I have a Shroodle? I don't even think I have a Shroodle. I definitely have a Chatot. Huh. Another one. Dang it, bro. The ultra... I actually don't know the rate of the ultra rare spawns, but it's like... It's low. It's very low. Oh, look, another Snivy. I have one of those Pichus with the little ukulele. Yeah, the starters are the rarest spawns for sure. There's a Rowlet here. Is this in a boat? Yup. Alright, someone clearly has claimed this. Claimed this place as their own. Yep, another Snivy. Yeah, no, everyone on the server, we're all YouTubers, and everyone here is very courteous and kind. So, you know, we're not going to be mischievous and catch any of these, even though it would save me hours. And I mean hours. If I knew who it was, I would ask them, but I don't know. So, with that being said, I just won't. Well, I made it to my waypoint. Well, let's try to find a jungle that isn't claimed. Oh. This is a Java server. You cannot mod Bedrock without using the Bedrock store. So, yes, of course we are on Java Edition. All right, I guess I'll go this way. That's the next one I haven't been to yet. Where are you at? 5,000 blocks. That's it? Only 5,000 blocks? Oh. This might be bad for my elytras. We'll give it a shot. We'll see if I lag the server. Oh, I can... it might be faster to set up a portal. This is all jungle, right? Just gotta keep an eye on my durability. Oh, I love building with tough. I think tough is a block that like, you gotta use it either like sparingly, so don't use it a lot, or use it use it as the main component of the build. I think it's kind of like quartz. I think quartz is the same way. You either just throw like a few splashes of quartz in, or you use quartz as like the main building block like Callie does. Yeah, that would be my advice. Watch some builders. I mean, Vert uses tough all the time. I think he does a really good job at using tough. Callie uses quartz all the time recently. She's been using quartz a lot and does a really good job at implementing quartz. I think they're both blocks that are really nice and like can be kind of tough to use on the surface, like kind of tough to use sometimes. But that being said, I feel like they do a great job with it. So check out their videos and see if you can get some inspiration. But yeah, I think they're both blocks. You gotta like really just make it either, like I said, the main block is you're like, I am going to use quartz. It is going to be the main block. And then you use all the variants, chiseled, chipped, like whatever. Or you use it as an accent. And there's not a lot in between. Is this all jungle? No, forest. Yep. Okay, there's a giant jungle area down through here. So we'll just fly over that. Yeah, Vert is a great builder. For sure. All these chunks are updating. What am I using? I'm using complementary V3 shaders. They are my go-to shaders. Okay. And we are looking for the starters today. And all the starters I need left, they are all jungle spawns. So we're going to be hanging out in the jungle for a while, my friends. Yes, sir. Gonna be running around the jungle. I'm keeping my eyes on the prize on my mini-map. I'm looking for Snivy and Litten and Grookey and Sobble. That Sobble's going to be the hardest to get. I'm calling it out. Wow, it's slacking. Big old dude. Look at this man. Okay. It might be nice to make like a little path that shows where we need to walk for spawns. I think I'm gonna go south. Here, let's see. Kecleon. Kecleon is in my top 10 favorite Pokemon too. I love Kecleon. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm gonna age myself here. I'm old, by the way. I'm probably a lot older than most of the people watching. I don't know. My age demographic leans old, but I know I probably have some younger people watching, which is totally fine. One of the first... So, okay, so you used to be able to... Back in the day... Back in the day, you used to be able to buy little... You used to be able to buy episodes of the Pokemon anime on Game Boy cartridges and play them. And it would play like a DVD player would like play a DVD. Sorry, that was me. Sorry. Okay, sorry. A lot of stuff going on. And one of the episodes that I had... So anyway, I had a Game Boy cartridge with an episode on it, right? Got it for Christmas one year, I think. And it was the first episode of Ash's battle in the Johto League. Or the last one. The one where he lost, I think. Where he had to face a guy from the Johto region. And they did this as a way because when they aired this episode... Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire like hadn't really come out yet. Like they were teasing the new region, right? And one of the ways they were doing it was that he had to face this guy from the Hoenn region, and he had all new Pokemon no one had ever seen before. And his first Pokemon was Kecleon, and bro, Kecleon put in some work, right? And I think it's like something stuck in my brain with that. And I was just like, dude, Kecleon is the coolest. So, ergo, I like Kecleon. Also, yeah, Pokemon, like the 3rd gen games, Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, Kecleon was like a special encounter, you know? So that was really cool. Is that a horse with armor? Is that multiple horses with armor? And if so, why? But yeah. That's why I think Kecleon's cool. Okay. No, you are simply horses. Are you any good? Speed 12. That's very good. Speed 6. Speed 12 is insane. It's no way I can get you back to my base from here. Yeah, it's not worth it. That would be a 30 or 40 minute endeavor for a horse I'm never going to ride. Let's be real. Oh, yeah, Kecleon in the mystery. That's so I used to play the original mystery dungeons, and you're so right. Kecleon, not only was it like a special encounter where you could buy things in the Kecleon shop, but it was strong. Like, if you got it on your team, which was like an insanely hard thing to do, but like if you try to steal from Kecleon or get it on your team or something, it was so good. So yeah, that's another good point as to why Kecleon is the GOAT. Kecleon's the GOAT. All right, so what I'm gonna do. I was looking for Vert's area where he had cleared out a bunch of space. That's what I was looking for. In order to make jungle spawns easy, right? I don't see it though. And I could just go watch one of his videos and see if he has the minimap on and look for the coordinates and then yank his coordinates. I could do that. I could. That's an option. They were so aggressive. Oh my gosh. It was really cool though. The first time that happened to me, I was like, wow. It's like a canonical Pokemon experience for everyone, you know? I think I'm just going to make my own area to farm in the jungle instead of using someone else's so that I don't have to see their Pokemon in boats, as well as I get some resources because I always use leaves and sticks. And so like me farming stuff for leaves and sticks literally has no downside except it just takes a little bit of time. But I gotta sit in a jungle and wait for things to spawn anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, if I'm just gonna be running around looking for things to spawn, I must as well get some use out of it. I think we're either going to do it right here or we're going to go down and do it in this bamboo area, one or the other. I think both areas will work. Right now, I'm just manually forcing some spawns in this jungle and seeing if we can find anything good. I'm not even looking where I'm going. I'm literally just eyeballing the mini-map. I see a Vigoroth. We could technically shiny hunt too, because we have CobblemoN Unchained. Oops, Scyther. Oh, bro, if I get a shiny Scyther, I'm going to make some people on here so pissed. They would not be very happy with me. I know we got some people that want good Scythers, because Scizor is pretty stinking good. Where are you at, Scyther? You're green in color and you blend in. There you are. How good are you? 75% max attack. It's not a bad Scyther. At all. Ow. Yeah, let's go down into this. What is that? West, right? East? West. Down into the east. Speaking of some mystery dungeon, some... I'm pretty sure this is a mystery dungeon too. I feel like Survivor, man. I'm stuck in the midst of the jungle. Like, there's so much jungle here. I can't even see out of it on my minimap. It's just all jungle. Picky peck. Picky peck. Yeah, I really love the formula for the mystery dungeon games. I enjoy almost everything about them. They are a little hard, but I do enjoy them. Or at least when I played them as a kid, I remember them being difficult. But I should probably go back and revisit them as an adult, because I don't think I'll struggle as much as I did when I was a kid. What the... Oh, Ivysaur. Oh, dang it, bro. I don't need an Ivysaur. I need a Bulbasaur. Well, okay, I would be remiss if I didn't catch an Ivysaur. Right? Like, the game hands me an Ivysaur on a platter. I catch it, surely. The problem is... Okay. I can't put it to sleep is the problem. Let's see how Quick Ball does. Come on. Come on. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's freaking go. And I can evolve it. The problem is I need Bulbasaur. Still, that's not a bad start. Not a bad start. I'm going to be spending so much time in these jungle biomes. Oh my gosh. I'm listening to a video called I think it's called 2 Hours of Peaceful Pokemon Music. And it's all Minecraft. I mean, not Minecraft. It's all Pokemon. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a way. I'm gonna make like a place to walk around, like a thing to follow. What's a block I have a ton of that I don't really care about? I have a ton of wool of every color, so we'll use magenta wool because I don't care. We have a lot. I'm basically just gonna make like a path to walk around. To reset all the spawns. Oh, Scyther. No, I can't chain Scythe. I can't be chaining because as soon as I start chaining, it's gonna I'm gonna find the Pokemon I need to catch and break the chain. That's how it goes. Oh wait, I can put things in boats. I can put things in boats. boats. I'm thinking, is that what I want to do? I could chain scythers. You know what? I might do that. I might chain scythers. Let's see if we can get some scyther spawns and how that works. While I'm working on this little goofy project of setting up some areas to walk around in. So I think basically what I'm going to do is just like run a line over here and then like into the bamboo. Just basically make a square or something. That way I can mentally autopilot. And I can also put down rails if I want to. So I think it's good to have a way to kind of mental autopilot sometimes. Like make the stupid process as easy as possible, right? Take the stuff that doesn't really require attention, automate that crap. Free up your brain energy for other stuff, you know? We'll turn it this way. I'll make it like an L shape, I think. Goodness gracious, my inventory. Inventory's kind of whack. Spaced out while building? I have ADD. I space out while breathing. I wake up and I'm spaced out. This is going to be annoying. This tree in my way. How dare you be in my way, giant tree. For that, you must come down. Yeah, I accidentally took a nap today that I shouldn't have taken. So my sleep schedule is kind of cooked as well, but either way, I gotta get up and do work things tomorrow, so it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll see how it goes. Get out of my way. Okay, let's take a look at what I got here. Yes, okay. Maybe I'll make it like run over here and then down. I need to not get it too close to this forest because I don't want to load that forest. Could just do a giant rectangle. Like run it all the way down here and then back. That's fine too. I do lose a little bit of efficiency around the this jungle area, but in all reality, I don't think it matters. This is probably not the best place to build one of these. But hold on. Oh, I'm gonna run into land. Okay, you know what? Scratch this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this here. This is bad news, bears. I changed my mind. Oh, you're pretty good. You're quite the decent scyther. I need a Pokemon that can one-shot scythers. If I'm gonna chain scythers, which I think I am, because I can. Okay? Because I can. And no one can tell me otherwise. Except my mom, and she's not watching. Losers. Okay, I just need a Pokemon that can one-shot scythers. I don't need to think about this hard. Yeah, you can one-shot scythers. right? Right? This one-shots a Scyther, right? It does! Alright, Koopy. That's what I'm talking about, boy. We're gonna have to catch Scyther, too, in order to chain them. I'm not gonna bother picking up this wool. I cannot be bothered. Let's make sure there's nothing here before we leave. I don't see anything. Oh! I heard him, but it was too late. It's fine, I lived. Okay, let's fly around. This is a nice little jungle biome here. No, I mean, Mamoswine is just like, just has decent stats all around. Its best stat is like attack and HP. But I think just in general, just all around solid, good stats. And this Koopy is very good. I was using it for the tournament video. If anyone has seen my tournament video, you'll recognize Koopy from that. Alright, let's keep heading east. Keep heading east. Very cool biome here. We have a jungle next to a deadlands. Don't see that every day. I guess they both are warm / temperate. Oh, I'm loading chunks. The server hates me. Warm and temperate biomes. We just don't see that every day. I think ice types are, in general, pretty good. Their weakness to fighting definitely hurts the most. Bear's jungle. Because a lot of Pokemon get fighting type moves, you know? Okay. I think this is the area I want to set up my little doodad, like, right around for spawn area, but I need to pick a relatively flat area. Oh, a gimme ghoul tower. Don't mind if I gimme do. Okay, of course, you're... I will take your coins. There's probably other loot here, but I don't think I care. I got distracted again. Yeah, need a relatively flat area. Need a jungle biome, ideally with water, because we're trying to get a Sobble spawn, and they need water. It's a really cool little biome here. Okay. Yeah, so this, like, mountainous area is not as good because I have to deal with terrain. The flatter and, like, less terrain I have to deal with, the better. So that's probably not the space to do it. Oh, this area might be it. The only problem here is I got a river biome I'm competing with. Yeah, so I want to avoid the river biome. I want to avoid the ocean biome. It is a very, very nice looking biome. If I'm looking for an area to clear out just to focus on spawns, then yeah, I need to be very aware of, like, I want to pick a good area, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to pick an area that is gonna be obnoxious to clear out and have to do with terrain and stuff like that. I just want it to be, like, you know, relatively flat. Like, is this river? Yeah, it's this river. Okay, let's keep going. I don't mind, like, having a little bit of river biome, but every block of river biome is one less chunk of jungle. Oh my gosh, I'm loading chunks in the server. Flippin' hates me. Oh, there's sparse jungle up here. Oh, that's perfect. Sparse jungle, that means sparse jungle is already relatively clear. Yes. This might have potential. It's just not enough area. Let's take a look. Look at this terrain. Getting wild. Yeah, river. Oh no. I think my best bet is this way. Because yeah, that turns into forest. The server hates me because I'm loading chunks, and jungle chunks are more intensive than other chunks, so I know the server hates me right now. This area is relatively flat. Downside, it's got a lot of trees. Okay, yeah, this is a pretty big jungle biome. I have a PC. Alright. Let's check a few other places. If I'm going to spend time chaining and like setting up a jungle area, I want to make sure I pick a spot that is ideal. I don't want to... I don't really want to waste my time. Okay. Pretty big area. A little bit of terrain, but more or less flat. Oh, my inventory's full. Or my little backpack's full. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, we're gonna check a few more places before I call it a day. Ah! Almost fell. Let's see. Here. Yeah, that's not quite right either. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, let's go. Wait, where'd my Minecraft go? What the heck? All right, there we go. Well, that was weird. I am a tea kind of guy. I actually don't really... I'm not really into hot beverages in general. They just don't do it for me. I like iced coffee. I like iced tea. Hot beverages just... I don't know. Call me weird. They just don't do it for me. Just don't like them. We're back. Still looking for starters. I'm currently looking for a good place to set up like a rail loop where I can just like basically sit in the jungle and force spawns, you know? I've checked so much of this jungle and all of it kind of sucks. I think I see why Vert went out like 10,000 blocks now or something. Where am I at here? That place where I started earlier and was like, this isn't that good. That might be the best place. Also, my elytras are very on the low side. I need to be aware of that. Yeah, this is actually probably my best best chance. Unfortunately. So we're just gonna go back to being here. I see a Scyther. Okay, so we have CobblemoN Unchained here on the server. And how CobblemoN Unchained works is that the more Pokemon you catch in a streak of the same Pokemon, same species, you get, the more Pokemon you defeat, the shiny rates go up. But the more you catch, I think it maxes at 29 or 30, the higher their IVs go up. Yeah. And I want good IVs. So I'm going to make a bunch of Pokeballs, and we're just going to be catching a bunch of Scythers. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. And I need to make a place in my PC for them. Dang it. Okay, we'll just knock out this one. Doesn't really matter. So ideally what you do is you catch them all first. You catch like your Pokemon, you get good IVs, and then you start shiny hunting, right? That's kind of the order of operations that I'm gonna go for. And this is gonna be a freaking big project, and I am kind of mind flooded. I have a lot of stuff I need to do. Let's dump this in here. Goodness gracious, my inventory is a hot mess. I'll do it off camera, because that's going to take me a minute. And let's set up a home base here somewhere. This will be home base. Bed. PC. Beautiful. Oops. Wrong box. This is fine. Okay. All right. And then we'll make like a walking path and rail cart path. That way we can, like I said, force load and unload these areas the best. Also, I can pick up Breloom again. I need to put them to sleep to catch, so we'll do that. Breloom just can't knock them out is the issue. Like I said, I'm always using grass and stuff for building, so I'm just gonna collect some of this while I'm going, because why not? It's here. It's free. It's free real estate. Probably torch some of this. And least around my main path here. Because like I said, like, either way, I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the jungle. Like, I'm looking for 5 or 6 ultra rare jungle spawns. So I'm going to be spending time in the jungle biome whether I want to or not. So I must as well spend a little bit of time making it safe, setting up a minecart so I can automate stuff as much as possible, collecting some blocks. You know, just be pragmatic about this, be logical. Make the most out of my time here. This is gonna be a kind of obnoxious menial task, but it is a goal that I have set for this video, so I will do it. Maybe. We'll see how close I get. Oh, dang it. And the least mobs I have to worry about, the better. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for a Scyther, because like I said, we're going to have to catch a bunch of Scyther in order to chain them, which is fine. Why is there tough here? Oh, it's a fossil structure. Oh, okay. Huh. Nice little bonus. I think I have most, if not all, of the fossil ponds, but nice little bonus. I'm removing the grass in some of these areas because I need grass, but another kind of reason is I can see Pokemon better if there's not grass in my way. So it kind of serves multiple purposes. Yes, tough. Yeah, I farm tough on a weekly basis at this point, so because I use it so stinking much. So yeah, I know it's crazy. But thank goodness, because if it wasn't, it would be such an obnoxious block to build out of. But I like building out of tough because it's not that hard to collect. I think I'm gonna make a giant like L shape, like. Bamboo jungle. Oh, all of this is bamboo jungle. That means we could get a Sobble in any of this. Okay, I need to make it go down here then. Oh, that's perfect. So I need to go to... What is this? Okay. Oh man, this is fun. I love this grind. might be something I have to do over a few videos. This might not be a one. This may not be. This may be more than I could chew for one video. It's Mr. Porp. It's the Porp themselves. The one, the only Porp. Scythers for me to chain. Your mic volume is a little low on stream. No! Alright. I'll adjust it. Thank you, P-Porp. Hopefully, I'll adjust it. We'll see if we can get it a little better. You're telling me I've been sitting here streaming for almost 2 hours with low volume? Guys! It's y'all's job to keep me on track. You know I don't know what I'm doing. Dang it, you guys are no help. I'm blaming chat for this. I've been sitting here streaming. Alright, whatever. I'm over it. It is what it is. Pretty loud from here. Okay. Alright. I'm getting conflicting results. Peep, have you checked your ears? No, I'm joking. Have you unclogged your ears? Man, we haven't got a Scyther spawn in a minute, actually. Oh, where's my bed? It's getting night. It's getting eep time. They need to be cleaned. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, you know, I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, like, you gotta keep, you know, you gotta check. Where's my light overlay? Aha. This will save me time. It's because... Exactly. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot of torches. This is where that mega torch would be pretty nice. That's all I'm saying. What's this? Upside down vine? What the heck? I understand the mega torch not being a popular thing because it does make a lot of the mechanics very cheaty and can remove some of the vanilla lighting. I get it. I get it. That being said, when I'm doing stuff like this, just give me the freaking mega torch. Because I just need to have this area not be deadly. That's all I want. Is to not die. But that's fine. I will make do. I'm a pro Minecrafter. I can make do without it. I don't even need it. I don't even need it. Is that a pincer? Pincer? I hardly... Okay, let's go actually get that. I don't think I have one. Will it despawn if I go sleep first? Probably. I probably shouldn't test that. Oh, you got a shiny? You lucky dog. Oh, I don't have a pincer yet. Oh. Well, I can't catch it because I'm chaining scythers, but I can boat you. Excellent. Nice. Pincer's cool. Shiny Bunnelby. Dude, I got 3 of those. I'm not trying to gloat. I'm just... It's the opposite. I'm just disappointed that I have 3 shiny Bunnelbys. In no way am I gloating. It's the opposite. Exactly. I want a cool shiny too. Give me something rad. I don't want a freaking Bunnelby. No offense to my Bunnelby lovers out there, but I don't want a freaking Bunnelby. Come on, you know? Give me something spicy. Give me a starter or even, you know, I'll take a Magikarp. Shiny Magikarp sounds great. I got nothing wrong with shiny Magikarp. It's cool shiny. Gyarados, cool Pokemon. I'll take it. Is it even worth lighting up this dungeon? Full offense. I want to offend them. People that like this particular Pokemon, I want them to be offended. Dang it. Let me fly, dang it. Let me fly, dang it. Get back. Let me fly. Okay, it's not gonna let me fly. Sure is fun lighting up this area. Okay, I'm just being sour now. It's honestly not that bad. I'm definitely just being a little sour. It genuinely is not that big of a deal. Is it lagging or is it just you? Hopefully it's just you. Because I don't think it'd be me. Yeah. I'm trying to get all the starters. Peep, what are you working on? What are you trying to get? Because I'm trying to make an area safe enough for me to get all the starters, and I've gotten all of the starters except for the jungle spawn starters. Snivy, Bulbasaur, Sobble, Litten. So I'm on the last push to get all of the starters for the Pokedex. And that includes... Well, yeah. That's basically it. Oh, finishing terraforming. That's cool. I love me some terraforming. Yes. Terraforming takes so freaking long. I have a lot of terraforming I need to do at my base, but I think what sucks too is like terraforming a lot of times makes really like subpar content. You know, it's like you put 8 hours into making this area like a good foundation for a build. No one wants to see that. No one wants to like, it's not YouTube thumbnail content, you know? It doesn't play that game well, which sucks because I think it's kind of enjoyable on the surface. Okay. I think we're making progress as far as this what's lit. Haha. What's lit? I know what's lit. This area I'm farming in is lit. Oh good. I'm glad that my oh, a wild scissor, dude. That's a rare spawn. Oh, it's 76%, but has no attack. That is so cool. A wild scissor? Oh. I don't need it, but... I saw your video about race. Ruben, freaking stop. All right, new stream rule. If you want me to answer a question, it's $2. The more offensive your question, the more expensive it is. Sorry, I went big time. My bad. If you better be talking about the Minecraft race we did. If you're not talking about that race, I'm not answering your question. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go down to like here and then turn. Oh, a scyther. Ruben, I want to ban you for that. I'm not answering that question. I'm not touching that question. I'm not answering that question. I'm ignoring that question. Dang it, it's actually a good question, though. Why'd you have to do that? Why'd you actually have to give me a good question? Dang it, you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing, dang it. You knew what you were doing. You knew I would be engaged in the question. No, I have to be strong. I can't answer the question. Well, this question definitely does nothing to do with Minecraft or Pokemon. So yeah, I would be confused too. And first of all, you said when you were saying. I never said any of those things. You're just making this up. I never said that. All right, I'm getting back on track. We're not answering that question. Great question, Ruben. Next question. I will never answer that for 100, Bob. Do I want to hang out on VC? Sure, why not? Sure, I'll hop in here. See, the thing is, Ruben knows me IRL. He's trolling me. He may deny that he's trolling me, but he's 100% trolling me. He's gonna be like, I'm not trolling you. I'm asking you a genuine question. No, you're trolling me. Stop. Yeah, we talk about race representation in competitive sports. Isn't that what you want to talk about today?
Yeah, that's specifically why I asked if you wanted to hang out in VC, because I obviously, as a white person, I have a lot of views about how race should be represented in women's sports. Sorry, as a white, not male,
right?
I have a lot of opinions about it, and not female. I mean. Also
right.
female, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
A lot of opinions about, and also someone who just really likes sports.
I was gonna say, I thought you were following Caitlin Clark since she was like in middle school, right?
See, when you word it like that, it sounds weird. don't put that out in the world.
I mean, you've been following her sports career for a while, right?
When you word it like that sounds much better. Yeah, when she was in varsity.
Sure.
When she played for
that team.
The Penguins.
Right.
Yeah,
the one team that she did play. She did play for a team at one point, for sure.
Yeah, she sure did. She sure did play
for the Indiana. I think she's from Indiana.
Oh, the Indiana.
Yeah, the Indiana. Yep.
Individuals.
Yes.
That's the name of the team. The Indiana.
You guys are all the mascot. Everyone is a mascot as an individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you believe in being a mascot, you can do whatever you want to be, you know, and that's what being an individual is.
The thing is, like, I know Ruben's trolling me, but it's actually a good question. I can't deny that.
Yeah.
I can't deny it's an interesting discussion.
Not one for a CobblemoN Minecraft YouTuber, but you know.
You know what? I will answer anything on stream. You know that. I don't freaking care.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're an open book.
I think we gotta tear down the cultural stigmas about talking about stuff sometimes. You know.
Yeah.
We gotta tear that down. I'll talk about almost anything. As long as it's not inappropriate, like in an adult way.
Yeah.
This is inappropriate though in a racial way. No, actually, I don't think it's actually a super inappropriate discussion. I
think it's the act of it is like the actual stuff is not an inappropriate discussion, but I think that said person who is asking the question is looking for an inappropriate discussion.
No, they're not. I know them. They're not.
Oh, okay.
They're definitely interrogating just because they think it's funny.
I thought so.
It is funny.
Instigation, just
real honestly, like
rattle your cage.
I don't really have an opinion. I see what happens with like I see especially Angel Reese, right? Is one of Caitlin Clark's, like, the media very much like is
pitting them against each other.
Yes, very much is, right? And Angel Reese has said a lot of like really inflammatory stuff towards Caitlin Clark, and I think there is I think like as a white male that's not in the sports, my opinion shouldn't matter, and really in this topic, nor should I like I don't really know. I think though it is pretty factual that like Caitlin Clark's has brought I think she I think some people might disagree with this, but I think she has single-handedly brought a lot of people to watch the sport, even if it is like in a controversial way. Like, guys, look at Caitlin and Angel compete. I still think that she's brought attention to the sport.
She's the embodiment of any press is good press.
In a sense, yeah. And she also is like, we can't ignore the fact that she is one of probably the most talented. She's broken many records, right? Like, she is a very good player, clearly. Just like pragmatically, she is a very good player. So I think those things combined make the situation really complicated.
I mean, it's always going to be complicated if race is being brought into it.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, for sure. I think the statements I just said had nothing to do with the race. It's just pragmatically, we should be able to almost all agree on that.
Yeah.
Anything else, I'm not touching.
Looking at numbers.
I'm not.
In a pure statistical.
Yeah, in a pragmatic, worldview, she's definitely a very good player, and averages much higher than other players, like shooting percentages, conversions, triple doubles. She's like has multiple triple doubles in competitive games. Yeah, she's very good. Yeah, most touchdowns, most field through, very good.
Yeah,
most free shots or whatever.
Smackdowns.
Smackdown.
Yeah. Isn't that what it is in tennis?
I thought
Isn't it a smackdown?
it was an ace. Is there a smackdown in tennis? Wow, we're so knowledgeable. Yeah, obviously our opinion on this should make you mad or upset because we are clearly very knowledgeable. We could turn into those sportcasters on ESPN that just sit there and argue forever. That's the way to. Yeah, no, that's wrestling. Yeah. You're thinking of wrestling. Yeah, she has the most headlocks.
Yeah, she has the most spears. Most triple pikes, 360s.
What I really like about the discussion, like when people, I think that like the Indiana Pacers, the Fever or whatever, the team that hosts Caitlin and all that stuff like that, they are really, one thing that I think is good is really taking the like the genuine racism that some of their fans or other people they take it very seriously, and like they don't play with that. Like if they think you're being racist in the stands or saying something inappropriate, they will just kick you out. Like they're not playing. Which is good, because when you have a discussion and or a media portrayal of like a race thing, it's good that they're not going to tolerate it escalating.
Yeah.
So, that's good.
As they should.
Yeah, as like it's stupid that they would do otherwise. So, thank goodness they're not doing otherwise. Do you have the
really adult conversation here?
Yeah, no, this is very serious. That's why I'm at 300 viewers right now. I'm joking. I'm at 10 viewers. What do you have some starters like in a jungle biome and boats or something? I saw some earlier when I was like on stream, and I was like, oh, look, someone has all the starters that I need in boats already.
No. I do not.
What the frick? Whose are them then? I need Grookey, Sobble, Snivy, Bulbasaur. All the jungle-y ones.
I don't think.
But that's okay. I'm okay just getting them the old-fashioned way
Oh yeah.
of setting up a minecart and AFKing for 10 years.
This diner makes Coca-Cola the old-fashioned way.
With cocaine?
Have you not seen that meme?
No.
It's like this diner still makes Coke the old-fashioned way, and for some reason it's just a huge meme that is just like posted like under stupid new stuff. I don't know.
Frick, I haven't seen this. This sounds like stuff up my alley though. I love Coca-Cola, man.
Coca-Cola.
Freaking love it. It's
Root
definitely
beer.
my one of my guilty pleasure foods and slash drinks that I.
Is your capitalism weakness?
I know that's just living in America. Well, that's just living in the on Earth.
Honestly.
Like there's nothing I can do about that, you know. And sometimes capitalism does pop off, you know. Sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Like
Sometimes-
I ate
Some
pizza
capitalism
flavored
gives you
Cheetos
Baja
today,
Blast.
right? Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it really popped off with that one, right?
Yeah.
And we gotta
Baja Blast
acknowledge
is
that
like
it did pop off with
yeah.
that. On the flip side, good luck buying a house.
GG. Have fun with
GG
that.
buying a house in 2025 on average salary.
Don't
I do. For the
The
record,
housing bubble
I'm
is
very
the
I am very.
worst.
I bought a house 5 years ago, so I'm very privileged that I did buy a house before the bubble was stupid. But the problem now is I'm kind of stuck with my house. Like I bought a small house, which was like it made sense, right? It's like, oh, my house isn't super
Yeah.
expensive. I can afford it. It's outside of town. Like it just checked a lot of boxes. Now, because of the housing bubble, I'm kind of stuck in this house. And like, let's say I like get married or something, and I'm like, they're like, oh, we need an office room. Rip. There's nothing to like. I can't really afford to buy another house because the bubble is so bad.
Where? I'm
well-
JP and I own property. Where?
Yeah, for real though, it's bad, man. And I have to pay property taxes. No, I'm very like I started that with I am privileged that I do own a house. I was like right place, right time, and then I played it smart.
Yeah.
So I like ramened every day for a year to put a down payment on, you know.
You live in the American dream.
Yeah, truly living the American dream.
Inconsiderable debt.
I'm living the American nightmare. No, I'm very fortunate, so I can't even really joke. They're genuinely half of the population is way worse off than I am.
Is your friend Ruben happy to be? Is he Harley Quinn?
Ruben, if you're still
calling
watching,
you
feel
Mr.
free to answer that because I feel like that's a great question.
He keeps calling you Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Ruben is my oldest Minecraft friend. I've known Ruben for 12 years. I met Ruben on a Minecraft server 12 years ago when I first downloaded the game. This is a fun story. I might tell it. Am I a part of the what? He said, are you Harley Quinn, the DC character? Ruben was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I bought Minecraft, and I was like, had this one other friend online, and I was like, yo, let's play Minecraft. Let's go find a server to play on. And they said, bet. They Googled a server and found one on the internet, like you did back in the day, right?
Yeah.
And
Those are the days.
we went on the server, and the owner of the server was Ruben.
Damn.
And then to
Remember
this
what the server
day,
was called?
I do. It was called Millith.
Ooh.
And there's no way it was not big. It was like 50 slot server, you know. It was like not a very
Yeah.
big server. But that started a budding friendship that has lasted to this day.
Awesome.
And we actually
Remember something-
lived like within an hour of each other too. That was what was really crazy.
That's crazy. Crazy.
That internet be weird with like that sometimes. It's freaking weird.
Do you ever think of all like the old Minecraft servers that you used to go on back
Yep.
in the day and just be like, what happened to those people?
Yeah. I mean, I used to play on I think Mineplex is back now, right?
Kinda.
I think they're trying to
Maybe.
revive Mineplex.
It's still there. There's a few people on there. I go on there sometimes to do the parkour.
They did a huge like social revival where they made a TikTok and like was like, you remember this? And then they posted the old spawn and we're like, well, we're back, baby. I saw that on my TikTok feed.
Bag.
You know, back when Captain
would you have a
Sparkles was
TikTok feed?
sponsoring them and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Back 2012, 13. And then the what was the other weird thing? Oh, a toucan. I also played on, I mean, there were so many just random little servers. The first like vanilla server I played on, I tried to find a vanilla server that was like I didn't really understand SMPs or anything at the time. Like I didn't really know. So I used to play on this public vanilla server that had like no moderation, and so griefing and stuff was awful, but it was called fat free SMP.
Oh. Okay.
I used to play on that. And it was literally just like a vanilla world that someone put up. And so it was like going on, what's the server that's been around forever? T2 whatever. T2B2?
2B2T.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. Like the spawn was just exploded, you know. And like, you know, it was pretty bad, but you go on, but yeah, I just thought that was normal. And then I found servers with like moderation tools and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, we have the technology."
I used to go on like creative plot servers.
Yeah, Millith had a creative plot.
I think I have some old pictures of like plots that hold on.
I definitely do somewhere. I definitely have screenshots from it in my Minecraft folder.
Yeah. Because I remember I used to play Minecraft on my grandma's computer.
Yep.
So I had to go around my grandma's house and go play Minecraft.
I can relate to that.
Why do we all have like just like shared experiences? Like that's the magic of Minecraft.
I think that's just the magic of video games is we just all share experiences. That's how it goes. My inventory is a hot mess.
So what are you planning building right now?
Well, literally my next
Or is that a
video.
secret?
No, my next video is going to be starters. Getting all the starters, ideally, if I can do that. And then my my next build project is going to be something at my base. I have not decided yet because I'm a ways out from that, I think. I'm like 2 weeks out from that probably. But something at my base. I think I want to build like a miniature Parthenon or something, or Pantheon. Something like architectural, you know.
Yeah.
Something historic. I think that'd be cool.
I thought you already. I mean, that isn't like a Parthenon thing. What you discovered?
No, that's just like a
Or a
amphitheater, you know, amphitheater.
Theater, yeah.
So I definitely want to do something else, Greek and or like Hellenistic series period inspired. I just gotta decide what that is.
That's cool. That's cool.
What are you working on after the landscaping? Because I know you're on the landscaping mode right now.
Well, next episode is going to be a little bit of Pokemon capturing
Okay.
because I just need to catch more Pokemon and train up my team and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what my next episode is going to be because it's my 10th episode, so
You gonna do a special?
I don't know because I want to get it done by the end of the week.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's enough time. But I want to get it done by the end of the week, so then the week afterwards I can upload all 10 episodes as the big movie,
Right.
the YouTube meta.
Of course.
But, sure. Maybe I need to do more learning how to battle. I need to do that because I've spent way too much of my time building.
Yeah, it's
Not-
It's BattleCraft.
Yeah,
Like
not
we
building.
gotta battle.
Yeah. wanted to get this terraforming done, otherwise it would drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I'd
Okay.
be like, oh yeah, just taking a break from it. Nah.
I think the battling stuff makes good stream content. I'm
I've
question.
been doing all the building stuff for stream content, so
Yeah, that's obviously that one's hard to go wrong. It's the video. I think doing battles and videos is like really hard to make it
yeah,
paced well and like entertaining.
yeah,
Because it kind of has the standard Pokemon problem where the battle like interfaces and animation stuff, it does not carry it, right? Like you have to
yeah.
narrate it or talk the entire like there has to be another element to it.
I might do a 24-hour challenge. I'm not sure.
You trying to play the YouTube meta, I see.
Yeah, maybe. Like, how many Pokemon can I catch in 24 hours? But, like, I don't want to catch every single Pokemon in 24 hours, you know, like...
That's not a bad idea. I was looking at some different ideas too for the next few weeks or months, but I'm not 100% sure what I want to do yet. I definitely want to do a project like that because the last month I've been just focusing on getting like my gym done, and so now that's done. The factory project was freaking huge. Got that done, and tutorial out for that, which was also another like week-long project. So now I'm free to meander into something else. Duck's last video was good. I'm waiting for him to get back on the server. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully he will.
I think everyone's just kind of had a little rest.
Yeah, I noticed. I know Vert was working on to the big CobblemoN tournament thing, right? Like he
Yes.
was in charge of that too, which was really cool. And I only watched like 10 minutes of it, but it was cool what I saw. I'm curious to chat with him and talk about the production of that because I'm sure it was a lot to coordinate.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of sounds like a nightmare to coordinate that.
Yeah, 'cause we had trouble when it was just us two.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The
I mean,
Lucky
at
Block.
least when it's something like that, it's like you either are there or you're not. Like
Yeah.
there's not as many feelings to be hurt or like, you know, accommodations
Yeah.
to really be had. You're there or you're not there.
That was a fun little thing, though. That Lucky Block. Nice little silly.
Yeah. Yeah, the Lucky Block videos never took off, unfortunately.
No, they
But
never
that's
do.
okay.
I think people think that they
Dude,
do.
I've
because,
seen
like,
Lucky
one
Block videos
person-
that are insane, but it's like I think you have to have like you have to be brain rot, and I'm just not brain rot enough for that.
No.
And I don't want to be. I don't want to
No.
be goofy. Not like
No,
that. I want to be more
well,
calculated, goofy. Yeah.
Yeah. Smart about it. Not like
Yeah.
goofy. You want to be adult goofy.
Not like, oh, there's a floating blunt going across the screen. Oh! Like I don't really want to. Yeah, it's not my speed.
That's crazy.
Dude, this
Ohio,
Lucky Block
am I
turned
right?
into a Glock. Wow!
This Lucky Block. Wi-Fi open Lucky Block at 3 a.m. in Ohio.
Some of those videos are nuts. It's so freaking stupid. So it's been hot where you live, right? Because it's been stinking hot here, and I know we're not that far apart.
It's been disgustingly hot. It was
Like
it
90%
was-
humidity and 90.
It was 92. It
Yep.
was like 98 while I
Yep.
was streaming earlier.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. It's that time of year where I cut my grass at night because you can't do it during the day.
Oh yeah.
Like good luck.
It's the worst.
Yeah, that's the worst
Like,
part about
inside
living
wherever
this
you
part of
are.
this part of the world for sure. It's dealing with that.
Yeah. I'm still I've been here for 6 years now and still trying to get used to it, but every year it gets a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But, like now I've put myself on hard mode because I started taking SSRIs.
Right, I'm the same. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a rough summer.
I don't think
was
people
literally-
realize how like it affects your sensitivity to heat and you're sweating and the dizziness and stuff.
That's exactly it. The
Yeah.
sweating is what it like, because it's not like I'm.
You get dehydrated and you get like, so yesterday I had a show yesterday, and I was like outside loading music gear. I was traveling a lot. I was in and out of heat a lot because I was like, the show was inside, but I had to pick up gear, take it inside from outside. You know, I was doing stuff like that, right? Production stuff.
Manual labor.
And like when you're on SSRIs, that heat hits like I got so dizzy and lightheaded. I was like seeing like splotches of my vision. I got so dehydrated so fast. And I know I'm not in the best shape in the world, but I'm not in that bad of shape. You know, it's like I know the difference, and so I'd like to like go in and like sit down for like 10 minutes and just sit there and sip water. It was awful.
Exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel you on
I
that.
literally was. I had to help my wife and my stepmother-in-law put together a grill for my father-in-law for Father's Day. And it was like one of those grills that has a smoker attachment on the side and comes in a million different pieces and stuff.
I've been
Obviously-
watching King of the Hill, so I'm really familiar.
Yeah. I'm obviously the project lead because I'm a tinkerer. and I build
naturally.
things Naturally. So, and obviously I'm the big strong. So I'm also like doing a lot of the heavy lifting, putting together and stuff.
Sure.
And like, I think if I was to do it normally, I would be fine. Like, I wouldn't have had too much of a problem with it. But being on SSRIs, like, I was drenched.
Yeah.
To be TMI, it was like I was wiping my brow. I like a ranch hand.
Right.
And it was so rough, and I'm like, this is not normal.
I know a lot of people just don't think of or realize it and think of it. Even I forget sometimes. I'll be like, why do I feel like crap just existing outside right now? And it's like, oh, right, yeah. My body hates me.
It's not like I don't like summer anyway. I don't like the heat. Like, regardless.
Yeah.
Normally, even if I'm not, like, suffering, I don't like being hot. It makes me cranky. So it's like, having to deal with regular hot is
Right.
bad enough, but then extra hot and being grumpy about that is annoying.
Yeah, I understand. I grew up like working outside all the time because I used to work with my dad quite regularly as a home improvements person, and like it moved the scale of like what I can tolerate a lot, because I feel like now it's like I've been, even if it's like 90 outside and I'm doing something, it's just like, you know what, I've had worse.
Yeah.
But it's still that was before SSRIs, and it is just different.
People just don't get it.
I definitely like it when it's like 68 outside. That's pretty nice, you know.
Oh yeah.
If I had a choice.
Yeah. Like, definitely am a fall/winter girly.
I feel that. Hoodie weather.
Hoodie weather, sweater weather, cardigan weather. Let's go. Like, I was literally talking with my stream earlier, and I was like, I don't like summer. Winter is better because in winter you can if you get too cold, you can put layers on, and
Right.
if you get too warm, you can take layers off. In summer, you can only take so much off.
Yeah, no, you're cooked. Literally, you can't. It's just, it is what it is. You put water on yourselves or you heat stroke.
Yep.
How has streaming on Twitch been going? Because I know that's been an endeavor you've been like focusing on a little bit more. How's that been going?
I'm having more fun over on Twitch because of the there's more chat integration, there's more stuff that you can do, I think. I
Yeah.
still don't think that YouTube is quite there yet in terms of like getting your chat involved with your stream.
Yeah.
So it's like if YouTube is for I want there to be a difference in my brain. Like YouTube is where I make videos and Twitch is where I stream.
Yeah.
And when I started to stream on YouTube, there was definitely a muddy kind of muddying of the differentiation. Of the, that's not a real word, but you know.
And
what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah, the lines are blurred.
The lines are blurred, and also like I just don't think that YouTube is ready for streaming yet. It wants to be, but it doesn't put the things that it needs into it. It doesn't put the effort.
Especially the moderation tools, I think, are lackluster. From what
Especially
I've
the
heard,
other
I haven't
moderation
had to
tools.
do that, luckily, because I'm not streaming that much. But yeah, I've heard the modding integration is really poor. Like, it doesn't store, or maybe they to be fair, I believe they're working on it and or just added it. But like keeping track of what people have said when, like, chat logs, you know, it's like
Yeah.
Twitch does that well.
Mhm.
But I just really dislike Twitch as a company.
I mean, yeah, because it's Amazon. So
I mean, yeah, even the I don't like Dan Clancy. He's a creep. Their current
Think so?
CEO. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever have you seen? Oh, it's so funny. I think it was right after he was hired, and he went on a show to do a promo for TwitchCon, and he was like, here, let me show you this new Twitch app. And he opened the app, and it says you can even get recommended based on what you've been watching recently. And he goes to like recommended, and it's all like hot tub girl, like
yeah.
girl, like breast streamers. And it's and the guy's like 60, and it's just like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then he looks in the camera, and the guy looks at the guy he's co-hosting with looks at the camera and is like trying not to laugh so hard. Like, you can tell the guy is just trying not to laugh.
Oh my god.
And it's just so cringe. And so what's worse about this? It gets worse. Is it happened
Okay.
again about a week later? He did
Nice.
the same exact thing. He went on a stream and did this. He was they're like, it's like, bro, get a burner account. Like, stop showing your personal Twitch where it's like, oh yeah, I follow like I literally just follow like OF girls on Twitch. It's so weird.
That is so weird.
Yeah,
But
he's
it's
very
an old-
weird.
It's an old guy, so yeah. It's an old CEO guy with unlimited money. Of course, he's going to be a bit of a freak with it.
I think he's underqualified for that. I also just don't like a lot of their policies and how they've used their policies. Very, very freaking bizarre.
Yeah, and they
I mean,
keep,
YouTube-
like, backtracking on stuff.
Yeah, they backtrack. They definitely. Another thing is like they have this very weird relationship with some streamers. Like Hassan is one that they
Yeah,
are.
like, I was about to say Hassan.
They will let Hassan do almost anything, right? And I get it. He's like their largest creator. They even like Twitch staff on his birthday. Dan Clancy sent him a personalized video of the entire staff gathering in the conference room and wishing him a happy birthday, right? And it's like they did not do that for anyone else. And also, he craps on Twitch like on a daily basis. Like, it's not even like he is like a firm believer in Twitch. He's not. You know, he literally just did. It's just so weird. There's just so many things like that. I'm just like, this is weird energy. It's very bizarre. I don't know. I mean,
I
YouTube
think
obviously
you're
is
gonna
not.
get that from anyone. I mean, it could be worse. Could be Kick. So
Oh yeah, no, 100% Kick is worse for sure.
yeah.
YouTube definitely sides with people too that are advertiser friendly, and like, you know, there was that point when they were promoting people for just simply being big, or, you know, YouTube definitely has the problem where they promote like the late night show or something, right? So no platform is infallible, for sure, but I think it is good to diversify your locations. Like you're going to grow. That's something that I've really struggled with. Like I've tried growing a TikTok and like other like platforms, and I think that is very hard to do because I myself am like, oh, I have followers on YouTube. Why would I go stream somewhere for less views for no followers when it's all condensed? And the point is to grow it organically, but that is a mental block that I've really struggled with.
It's also like, especially because,
dang it,
like, you want to stream where your audience is, right? Of course.
Yeah.
You want to stream where everyone already is. But it's kind of been proven that streaming on YouTube harms your overall growth.
Yep.
So it's like, is it worth having more viewers on YouTube than having the growth all around? I also think that the vibes are just different in terms of like how people act in chat as well. I feel like Twitch chat is a lot safer and a lot less toxic than YouTube chat can be, because YouTube people they can be kind of awful.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So it's like,
I haven't streamed enough to know. And if I only go off of what I see in other people's, then I don't know if I really have an opinion on, because I just I don't know on if I've seen a trend leaning one way or another, you know. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's my audiences. I almost never. I don't think I've ever gotten a bad. I very, 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 very rarely get a hateful comment or like a negative comment.
yeah.
Maybe like 1 in 150.
Yeah, because I don't think that we're like we're big enough that we have like a community, but we're not that big to incite anything that is negative.
We're micro influencers, as my friend says.
Yeah.
I keep my friend. I have a friend of a friend that he like sets up his job. What he does for a living is he matches brands to influencers for sponsorship deals. And I keep like jokingly bug him, and I'm being like, "Yo, can I get a NordVPN deal this week?" And he's like, "How many views are you getting?" And I'll tell him. He'd be like, "No." He's like, "Bro, you're a freaking micro influencer," and I'm like, "Dang it!" And so I keep leaning into it every time. I'm like, "I got 5 more subscribers. Am I still a micro influencer?" Yep. Dang it.
I got a message on Twitter for a partnership deal or something for one of the 12 million energy drink formula things.
I will never do that.
No, I would probably only do it for like ones that I know already.
Yeah.
But it was called Poggers.
No, I'm out.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. And I'm like, I'm not just gonna sell myself out.
No, I wouldn't either.
That just comes in, that approaches me, and then I go and look on the internet.
It's gonna be really hard for me to support any product that I genuinely don't use, and I know a lot of people say that.
Or enjoy,
yeah. I just don't think I could ethically do that. It would be really obnoxious. I would at least attempt to use the product. Like if a brand came to me and I was unfamiliar with the brand, I would at least be like, you know what, let's try the product. And if it's fine, or if it's passable, or if I think it's undangerous to my community, that's fine. But if any of those things don't check the box, I'm out. I think like people definitely owe it to their communities to
a single whiff of something being sketchy. It's like, no.
I definitely think creators have some liability to their community to handle
100%.
their brands maturely.
And you know which people don't actually care about their community with the stuff that they shill.
Oh, yeah. In fact, let's roll a sponsor break by Raid Shadow Legend. I've been practicing some ad reads. I think I'd be really good at it. That's all I'm saying.
What did you try and advertise earlier on while I was streaming? It was wasn't it?
Oh, Wix. Oh yeah, because Chespy, I was watching Chespy stream, and he had he was listening to a Spotify or something, and it like played a Wix ad, and so he very quickly turned it off,
Broke alert,
and so I just
broke alert.
yeah, I just was like, oh, I'll finish the stream, I'll finish the ad. So I was, yeah, just a little
Sorry,
goof,
Chespy, but
just a
that-
little Chespy goof.
Chespy, that's embarrassing. Sorry, buddy. I know you're probably not watching, but that's embarrassing. But it could be worse. Like my favorite thing.
I mean, I don't
is,
pay
like,
for Spotify either, you know. I don't blame
I
you.
do.
I don't like Spotify.
I hate ads, so I pay for Spotify. I pay for YouTube Premium. I'm very close to paying for Twitch Turbo.
I will Spotify, as someone that writes and has music on Spotify, they pay nothing to creators.
Well-
so I will
well,
not support
yeah.
Spotify.
I know, but like, JB, I have a playlist on Spotify with almost 1,000 songs on it.
Mhm.
I am not.
I know you're ingrained, and you know what? I'm not gonna hate on people for being ingrained in it because it is a good service, but
Yeah.
they are the most predatory music streaming service out there. So
Oh, yeah.
on principle, since I haven't used it, I'm not picking it up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Since it's not something that you would like to start
Nope.
using.
I like this. I like the product, right? Like being able to stream and categorize music, the radio. Great product, which is why, like, again, I have music on there as from my artist page, but I'm not gonna use it myself.
What do you use then? Do you use Apple Music?
If I'm listening to music, it's almost always on YouTube.
So you have YouTube Premium as well then?
No.
Or YouTube Music?
No.
So you're a psycho.
I listen to ads. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'll just tolerate the
I-
ads
I-
90% of the time.
I'm too much of a when I go out and I go to like a store.
I don't listen to music like your average guy. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't like go to the gym and put on music type of deal like that. I don't do that.
Oh, I do.
If I'm listening to music, I'm either I'm old school. I'm in bluegrass. Like I'm buying a CD. Like I'm listening on a CD, or I'm listening to an entire album video, or like I'm listening to the music to study it or learn how to play it. Otherwise, I'm putting on like background ambiance. Like I don't really use playlists as a way to like entertain myself with music. Just because of the way my brain works, and I realize this is psychotic. But I'll be like, I am in the mood to listen to this song on repeat 5 times. I'll look up the song and listen to it. I don't do the whole like I will not just put on a playlist of like rock or something. Like I just won't do that.
Yeah.
And which is psychotic, but it's just how I enjoy music. But I acknowledge it is psychotic.
I mainly do like stream music, but I like to get physical stuff of like the stuff that I really like.
Yeah.
I got a vinyl for this album that I've been listening to a lot, and I've listened to it so much that I feel like it's my duty to like, or not like my duty, but you know, I owe it to the band to support them monetarily that way.
Mm-hmm. If
I
you're
also
not
went to
getting
see
a few
their-
million streams, you're not even making $5. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, you do. Like I do make a little on the YouTube streaming side, but on the Spotify side, it's just non-existent.
Yeah. Because it's like fractions of a cent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's so
Fractions of a
it's
fraction.
like less than 1% of what YouTube's streaming rate is, which is already like could be better.
That's the only way that they can justify having so much music on there.
That's what they say.
That's what they say at least.
That's what they say. Even though they're like talking about the whole like corporate greed thing, I think that's a huge aspect of it.
Yeah.
All right, bye Costello. Thanks for hopping in stream.
Oh, another shiny? Hold up.
No, don't do this to me. I haven't even gotten. You know how many spawns I've been forcing and unforcing this stream? I'm just unlucky. I see Callie play the game for like 10 minutes. She gets like 5 shinies, and
This is
I
the
play for
luckiest I've ever been.
I play for hours, more than Callie does, and I never get anything.
Callie's always on though. That's the thing.
I know, but I'm on a lot. I don't have a life, you know. I'm on a lot.
Well, this is the.
I make a lot
lucky
of
I've ever
videos.
been. I've had two shinies in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
I think my problem is I don't load.
In my life.
Oh, another scissor. What the frick? I don't load new chunks. Like, if I'm on, I'm typically in the same chunk for like 8 hours. And I think Callie, like, is always doing something, like always moving around.
Oh, yeah.
So, or like purposely like shiny hunting. I never do that. So that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
That being said, Callie, stop cheating. Okay, here's a.
Yeah. Callie, stop spawning.
Do you want this scissor that is 20? It is very good, except it has bad speed. But you're gonna be using bullet
What's
punch.
the point?
Well, because
Point
it
of
has
having a
31 attack
slow
basically.
Caesar.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'm just gonna kill it.
Alright.
All right.
Alright.
No, not really. I'm just gonna let it despawn.
I caught the shiny, by the way.
Let's go. What was it?
It was a snubble.
I mean, okay. Oh, I mean,
Decent.
all right.
Too bad. Just shiny starter, that would be cool.
That's what I'm working towards.
Yeah, but the CobblemoN Unchained thing, you get shinies if you catch them a lot. Right?
Knock them out.
You
Their
chain
IVs get better
knock
if you
them
catch
out.
them.
So if you knock them out,
You have to chain them in a row, yeah.
isn't it like 50 or something like that?
It's more than that, I think. Catching is 29. I think you have to catch 29.
Yeah, or 30 or something like that.
And then knocking out, I think it's over 100. I can't remember the
Wow.
numbers. It's a lot.
A lot to trot.
Yeah, I figured since I'm gonna be here, I was like, I must as well like chain something that I want, like a scissor. So we're gonna chain. I'm chaining Scyther since I'm here
Nice.
and in a jungle and seeing them every once in a while. I think once you knock out 5 or 6 in a row, they become more. It like doubles their spawn rate.
Uh-huh.
I'm still not seeing a lot, but the day is still young. Not really.
The night is still young.
It's getting on the late
Yeah.
side, but my sleep schedule's a little cooked right now. Again, as usual,
Who
PM.
has a sleep- Who needs a sleep schedule anyway?
People with jobs, and who has a job? Me. Have you been still editing full time? Speaking
Yeah.
of jobs, nice. Has that been going well?
Been going pretty well.
Good.
I don't mind it.
That's good. I know you've edited in the past, and it's been stressful. So hopefully it's not stressful, or not as stressful.
Oh no, it's like the opposite.
Oh, that's what we want. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah. I still think it's so funny they reached out to you.
Oh
That's
my!
so
Never said
funny.
anything, by the way.
I know. Because they realized.
Had to
oh,
realize. Had to see
they
friends in
had
common. Yeah.
to. They had to. That's so funny. Because I know that they're just going into it with no knowledge of it. They just find a person like, oh, okay.
Oh, this person made a video. Let's ask them.
Yeah, like what?
You know how to use an editing software? I'm in.
Literally, like you also make content, CobblemoN content. Yeah. How about if you don't do that and do it for me instead?
Checks out.
That's what he said to Mikey.
Yeah. How about you stop doing what you enjoy and let me pay you?
Yeah, and also let me take away all of your freedom and all your creativity. Even
Of
though I
course.
say at the start that you can be a little creative with it.
That I think is the like. I've worked for different creative directors. I think that's the biggest lie creative directors will tell you is that you can be creative. They just say that to trick you into working with them. Like, If you're working at an ad agency or something, they're like, "Oh yeah, you can be creative with this client." That's a lie. I've never had someone say I can be creative with a client and it'd be real.
Yeah.
By creative with the
Biggest
client,
lie.
they mean do exactly what the client says, and if you try to do anything otherwise, they're gonna bonk you.
Yep, pretty much. Oh, I'm stupid. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine.
This isn't every average ordinary day, stupid. This is advanced, stupid. All right, how much further I gotta go? A lot. Dang it.
1, 2, 3.
I did light up a lot of this area, though.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, I'm proud of me, too.
You're doing the it.
That's a statement, yeah.
Doing the it, and I'm proud of you.
Definitely doing something, for sure. Somebody said, this is the best podcast I've ever listened to.
It's a good podcast.
It's the JV podcast with P-Porp and special guest, this zombie that's trying to kill me. Somebody said it's been war with my heart and mind lately. This war ain't new to me.
Is this Dracula flow?
That did sound like one of them rhythm and poetry things. It's hard for me to actually pinpoint it. Speaking of war, no, I'm joking.
Speaking of war.
Have you checked the news recently?
Speaking of war.
Speaking of weapons of mass destruction.
Speaking of weapons of mass destruction.
I hate the news right now.
guns,
I'm usually all about the news. Like I like staying well informed. I like trying to figure out what's going on. I like forming valid opinions as best as I can and being questioned. That being said, I stopped looking at the news today. Today was the day I stopped.
I wish to know less. Thank you.
I was watching stuff today and I actually got to the point where I was like, I have to close this for my well-being. And
Yes.
I have not experienced that in a long time. Like, I genuinely was not in a good mental space with everything that's been happening.
Yep.
And it's not great. Nope, sirree.
No thanks. I choose being happy, actually.
Yeah, well, we will see what happens.
Oh, there's a child.
You know, it's
Murder
worse.
really cooked with the zombie children legs running at Mr. Crab speed.
They knew what they were doing on that one.
They knew what they were doing.
Oh, a
they knew.
Shrewdle. Ow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely hard to watch the news right now, but I'm really praying people like cooler heads will prevail. I think it's way too late for that. But I'm a very pragmatic person, so I know it's too late for that. But if it's not, I hope it is. I hope that that's what happens. It's not. It's definitely not. Like, I know it's not for a fact. It's way too late. But if it's not,
But however, if
I am wrong, which I'm not, but if I am, yeah, it's a pre-cooked situation.
It's so over, we're so back. It's so over, we're so back.
Let's get drafted. No, if you're like you're like me, you're on SSRIs, they're taking you last.
Yep.
They'll put you as like a truck
go.
driver or something, moving stuff around the US, and that's bearable.
Drive a truck? You messing with my truck?
They're like, all right, we're not sending over there, but we really need this equipment to get from Arkansas to California. Say less, fam.
So crazy. What if I crash into the military-industrial complex?
You want to be in jail?
Not my own free will. It's the voices.
Oh, it's the voices. That's how you get out. That's how you get out of it. You just tell them that the voices are talking to you.
The devil made me do it.
Tell me of bone spurs. That worked for another really famous person I know.
Bone spurs?
Yeah, do you not know what I'm referencing?
Nope.
Bone spurs are little like pieces of like muscle tissue that turn into like a gristle like kind of material around your joints. It's typically not very serious. You can also have it surgically corrected. You know, Donald Trump was drafted.
Oh.
And he avoided because he said that he had bone spurs, which is typically not a super quality reason. But you know what? They let him off for it.
Spurs of the bone.
So if I get drafted, I got bone spurs.
My dang bone spurs be playing up.
Yep, they're on the back of my heels, just like my cowboy boots. How's Channel 64 been going? Let's pivot from cowboy to cowboy. How's that been going?
It's fun. I like building. I don't know if you know this about me, JP.
Uh-huh.
I like to build. And building, I like.
I did know that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I like. That's what I've been doing.
I did know that, and I've been watching mostly Liv's. I know there's a lot of people on there doing stuff, but I've been watching Liv's stuff recently too, which her videos are always very fun and energetic.
Yes, Liv has a lot of energy.
At least when she's on the recording, you know, she's on when she's on.
Oh, she's. That's the thing.
If she's on the computer, she's on. You know. yeah. She's
honestly.
She's awake. She's on.
She truly, and I admire that so much.
Stronger than me. I can't. Yeah, I can't do that either.
It's because she's young and spry.
She hasn't been tainted by the world yet.
Yeah, exactly. She hasn't gone through the torments of life yet.
I do think. I think there is genuinely like an element of that. Because I know she like doesn't follow politics or like political or social economic problems. Like I know she just is like that's just not her thing, right? And that's fine.
Yeah.
She just does not. She just checks out on all that stuff. Which for people's mental well-being, I get it. Like it's not a fun time, right? And I think that's like a part of it. Like if I didn't care about any of that stuff, would I be more carefree? Maybe. I don't know. But I feel like part of my psyche is I have to be like I don't know if I have that option. Yeah. I think I have to like be on quote unquote like on.
Well, JB, it's because we're empaths.
I definitely yeah. It's kind of cringe to be like to say that. I think not like in a bad way. It's just like there are people that use it in a bad way. So I hesitate.
That's why I'm being silly about it.
Yeah. I definitely think I practice empathy more than other people, but I don't know if I'm an empath. I took a class called Design Empathy, which was like really, really good class.
Oh.
And we were looking into like how people use empathy in a variety of ways to either like improve designs, improve the life around them, improve social like design, like, you know, politics or social programs. And I think one of the neatest things that I pulled out of that class was how they're starting to change the way nurse practitioners and doctors do their degree to emphasize more on empathic understanding of symptoms and of like working with people than instead of focusing on like training you to look at a set of symptoms and draw a conclusion. Because at the end of the day, there are eventually going to be tools and other ways that you can input a list of symptoms and it'll pull up. I'm hinting to AI in medicine, which
I was about to say, this is just AI.
This is a very hot topic and is very controversial, but I think that it'll eventually be a tool that, like, especially we're seeing it now with really rare diseases, right? like, okay, you have this, you know, your blood tests are showing this, your scans are showing this, your symptoms are showing this. You put it into AI, and it's like, it'll rank it by commonality, right? And you'll be able to go down the list, test, use that as a checklist tool for you. Obviously, it's not, nor will it ever be perfect, but I think it'll be an asset, right? Kind of like a textbook, like it's just an asset you can use, right? And so there is a more shift right now in focusing on empathy. Like, you're talking with someone from this background, from this socioeconomic background, from this cultural background. For example, in Hispanic culture, a lot of people avoid doctors. They don't go, and when they do go, they don't want to talk, and you know, they're very closed. And so being able to like learn how to get these people to open up, or being able to understand if they say few words, like what they mean with those words, being able to ask the right questions, body language, setting the tone, like those things are really important, right? And you need to understand the full range of what's happening, from like the cultural, just everything about the situation. You have to be hyper aware in order to produce the best result. And I think I'm just getting more and more aware of that the like older I get, because I went to urgent care last week actually for some back pain I had, and I pulled a muscle in my back, but I'm a lot better now. And then when I went, I was reminded just how freaking obnoxious the hospital like doctor process is, and how unempathetic doctors and stuff are. And it's because it's exhausting. They are oftentimes overqualified for what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they have to deal with a lot of frustrating people, right? Like, they get burned out. There's a lot of reasons why doctors are not empathetic. They walk into this room, maybe they're on a 15-hour shift. They've seen 300 people that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. At the end of the day, though, I think the best doctors are going to have a duty to level with the person and like look at each person as an individual and try to understand the bigger picture in order to get those things, the medication and the healing process and the diagnosis, you know, as best as possible, as close as possible, and make the process good for people, because when the process is good, they're less stressed, and we know that helps health in general, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's something that I'm interested in seeing, and interested to see how that shifts in the next few years.
What, like the more
how medicine and doctors change, how like other professions, like we see all the time with police, right? We would rather have people say, oh, we want mental health experts to go in instead of police into a lot of situations, right? Which I think is totally understandable. Like, I'm gonna blank on the name because I'm awful with names, but the African American lady that was shot in her home by 2 policemen because she got scared and started saying like, in the name of Jesus, get away from me, in the name of Jesus, get away from me, and they pulled a weapon on her, right? And they shot her when she picked up a pot of boiling water.
Oh yeah.
And that's an example of like, okay, the police officer should have had the empathy to realize like, either she's having a breakdown, she may be schizophrenic, she obviously was insanely stressed, and they need to de-escalate the situation, right? Or call a mental health expert, or, you know, come back in 45 minutes, something like that. But they didn't. Like, the worst possible thing happened. And so I think like police officers also have a lot of reasons to not be empathetic in their job, because there are a lot of people that just want to kill them, or want to do them harm, or don't like them, but they still need to execute empathy, just like a pilot that's flying a plane needs to be able to execute all the functions every time. There's no room for failure, just like there's no room for a police officer to not be empathetic. So yeah, I think and I hope that we see public systems, facilities and stuff like that change in the future for the better in more empathic ways. And that's basically what the class was about, which is pretty interesting. So
yeah, I agree. I think that the world is running dry of empathy, and that's why so many people are like It just is the way that it is. Nobody sees eye to eye anymore, regardless. I think there's such a divide between people that don't agree on like ideologies or whatever, that like 20, 30 years ago you would be able to be like, oh yeah, this is my friend, we don't like agree on the same stuff, but we're still like, you know, buddies. That you just don't see that anymore because there has been such a rampant kind of forced divide.
I was having this discussion yesterday, and I want to play devil's advocate a little bit. I think that and I want to know your opinion, if you want to give it. There definitely is a strong divide politically now, more so than we've seen really since probably pre-Cold War. There's, you know, the ideologies have moved farther in each direction, and the hostility towards the others as enemies has grown more than a lot recently. And polls and stuff show that's a common feeling. That being said, a lot of people are like, for example, on the right will say, yeah, we should be getting along better, but I'm not going to associate or sit at the table with a Marxist or a communist, or someone that wishes police officers harm, or someone that says ACAB, or someone that says BLM, because look what they've done, blah, blah, blah. And then on the other side of that coin, you have people going like, well, I'm not going to sit at the table with someone that supports Israel because they're Zionist and they're committing genocide. So if you in any way support Israel, then I'm not also, that's where I draw the line, right? And so you have both of these sides drawing, ideologically drawing lines. And regardless of the mental purity testing that's going on, or the strong lines that they draw for one reason or another, you know, is that something that people are willing to look past?
I think it's all dependent on the issue.
And that's why it's really hard, right? It's like,
yeah, exactly. Because it's not black and white. It's all gray. It's all gray area that you're not going to be able to figure out with one specific answer. And that's the intricacies of the human race. That's just how it has been, how it always has been. It's all about intricacies and all about the gray area between.
I think misinformation and especially news commentary and misinformation are two things that have propelled this into actually becoming an issue.
Definitely. The media and the I'm trying to think of the word.
I stray from using the word I don't mind the word media, because it's arbitrary. Like, what is media? Is Fox News Murdoch media? Is local ABC? Is your local journalism media? Is Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan media? It's that is hard. So I personally narrow it down to commentary, like The Five on Fox, or Tucker Carlson, or Tim Pool, or on the other side you have the Young Turks, and you have what's their name? I mean, Hassan, sure, very, very large, commentator, right? I think that the commentator has really been the main driving force in media illiteracy, and like people not knowing that media commentary isn't news. If you're watching,
because at the end of the day, their media commentary, it's not news, it is just commentary, and all they're doing, regardless of what side they're on, it's a grift. They're trying to get viewer money.
They are on watch times clock, right?
They're not being paid by a big network. They're not being paid by a specific like business, or being backed by a corporation. Yeah, which in some
being
ways is good.
Inflammatory. However, helps them. Right.
Yeah.
And like not finding a solution, or not even misrepresenting things in order for them to turn a 10-minute segment into a 20-minute segment benefits them.
Yeah.
And it's like, should be obvious, and we should be able to look past that. But it's very, like, that is very divisive, unfortunately.
It's hard to separate yourself from it when the internet has become such an integral part
Mhm.
culture.
Yeah, for sure. And there's way more. I mean, I think the most popular commentaries of the past 20 years, I think, has really hurt misinformation and media literacy, and that is like the Glenn Beck show, Rush Limbaugh, the Five, Tucker Carlson. Who was before him? He took
Alex Jones, like the late night.
Sure, Infowars, that one's even far.
Infowars,
But
yeah.
the people that pretend to be moderate but aren't, the Five,
Oh,
Bill
okay.
O'Reilly, these people that
Yeah.
are like, oh, I'm a little right leaning, and it's like, well, no, not really. Like, you are very far right leaning, and you also are like shilling to corporate sponsors very privately.
Like Steven Crowder.
Sure, I mean, yeah, obviously, and thank God, like, he is out of the circle
He's
now.
been
Like, he's
deplatformed, or-
thank
yeah.
goodness, because what a just scumbag all around
Yep.
and a weirdo.
Welcome to the JB People at Politics podcast.
Yeah, I mean, nothing I'm saying should be political. It's like, this is just factual of what's
Mhm.
going on, regardless of a side. But yeah, I think like that those are questions that I ask because I see the right and left both drawing lines in the sand, and I think like
Yeah.
it's just like we should draw a line out of sand at racism. We should draw a line in the sand at genocide. We should draw a line in the sand at ethno states that like, create a third world country for people that aren't in that ethno state. Like that, drawing those lines in the sand, I agree. Like, I don't want to talk to someone, but the problem is the media literacy and the commentary versus what's actually happening has really, and maybe it's the detachment, right? It's like really easy for us to look at someone like a Crowder or a Tim Pool or someone talk about conditions in Israel for people, for Palestinians or for Israelis, and it's very easy for us to make a conclusion without even being able to point where Gaza is on a map, right?
Yeah, but that's like why that's the whole problem with the internet is becoming like focused on
The
short-form
disassociation.
content. Is the disassociation is like having to make an immediate decision about something, whether it's worth your time,
Mm-hmm.
has been honed by like TikTok and like YouTube Shorts, and like having to make these split decisions to know whether your attention span should go towards a certain media is now being placed on like real world news and real world like happenings. That's what, and like the internet is just onto the next thing all the time. It's like before the internet you would get your quote unquote 15 minutes of fame,
Mm-hmm.
but these days it's 15 seconds and then we're on to the next thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It is there. It's a long series of chain complex problems that are just so nuanced, I think.
Yeah.
And it makes it hard to talk, and then a lot of people get angry about it. And it's definitely, I think
people
we're
are scared to talk about it as
yeah,
well.
I think we're seeing too, like, the discussions like we're not really diving into a specific topic, but like you dive into a topic like Israel Palestine with a lot of people, it instantly is like insanely contentious, which is totally understandable. Like, it is an insanely complicated and contentious situation, and I just saw chatter, so I'm just sorry, I'm processing that. But like I think the biggest thing that is frustrating to me is like how it divides families. And it's like I've learned just not to talk about stuff with my parents, and it just sucks because it's like I don't think
Be having big conversations with your family about
yeah,
stuff you
I
care
don't
about.
I don't think my first of all, like my parents grew up in a very different time.
Yeah.
And so their understanding of what is appropriate, like what racism actually is, like how systems of power oppress people, they don't know and or really care to know about those things. Like they're like, oh, gender was defined in when I was in school in 1950, and that is the definition of it. And if you don't like it, suck an egg. That's kind of the outlook of so many people that don't want to really expand the horizon of like a social norm or social science or
because like if you think of something, if you're like brought up to know things in a certain way in like your whole worldview, if one of those things get changed, it's
right, it's the
effect for how
cognitive
you perceive the
right,
rest of the world.
it gets so much harder to cognitive dissonance yourself out of your bad thought processes. And I think a lot of times people see the cracks forming, and it's way easier to plaster over them with ignorance than correct it. And that's something that I'm really fortunate I grew out, or like I was forced out of by just being around progressive people in college. Because like when my freshman year in college, I was like probably a moderate right leaning, and then by my second year I was like a leftist, because I had people being like, this is a source you should look at because this isn't great. And it's like, it was really hard for me to acknowledge that I was wrong about stuff.
That's the main thing.
That was so hard.
It's like, it's so hard.
Or that it's nuanced. I didn't want to accept that things were nuanced.
Yeah. That there is like multiple sides to something.
Yeah.
Like it's, like I said, like a lot of things are gray, but most people want to see things as being definitive. And it's hard for things to be definitive when also being morally gray or like having nuance to it, which is why people don't really like to talk about stuff that is nuanced, because they want to have a side. Yeah. And they want to be
and
right,
it is contentious to have a nuanced discussion. If I go to my parents and I were trying to have a last week, we're trying to have a nuanced discussion about the number of representatives that are using their office to help people in ICE or avoid ICE. We've seen 2 or 3 judges or public figures, like the person running for mayor of New York. He was attending ICE hearings and then escorting them out so ICE would not like interrupt families or like tear families apart when they're in their court hearing process. And it's like having these nuanced discussions is so hard, because my parents will look at it like, oh, ICE has a job to do that they've been assigned to do. They should be able to do it without someone getting in their way. And they should like it's not a politician's job to. He's basically, or like they are doing it as a stunt, essentially. Like they are attempting to be on TV to help their own political career by defending ICE people. Because if like they weren't running for office, they definitely wouldn't be there defending ICE people or defending people from ICE. And it's like, there's an element of that's true, right? They definitely do want a viral moment. Now, I personally think they want a viral moment because they're really frustrated with the system they're living in. I think most of them are not doing it out of a selfish reason. I think most of them are doing it because they're like, the system is really fricked up, and if I go get on TV, maybe I can get 5 seconds where I can be like, guys, I'm doing this because the system is fricked. And that's better than not. They're not doing it out of like self-projection. They're doing it, I think most of the time, genuinely, trying to do it from a direction of, I've tried to follow the rules are broken. And I've tried to explain that to my parents, like, the reason they're doing it is because they think the rules are broken. And then their argument is, if the rules are broken, there are channels to fix it. And my argument to that is, checks and balances are not working. We know checks and balances, the systems in place to fix it are not working. We know that. You know, and then it becomes like, well, we think the checks and balances are working. And
if that's not doing it, then what is? And then you have to explain that, well, there isn't really anything in place that can fix it, because these resources are being cut left and right by people who
benefit from them being gone.
They don't benefit. They don't see any of that because they're too busy trying to get points in a game that hardly any of us can play.
Yeah, for sure. So that's like a really frustrating discussion, you know? It's like, I totally understand, like, I wish that the people protecting the people from ICE, the immigrants, right? I wish that they could just propose, go to their state legislator or win an election and make a change, or propose an ordinance that got a majority vote, or do any of these things that could, within the next 6 months, make things better.
Because that's how it should.
That's how the checks and balances should. It should be illegal to do what ICE is doing. At the end of the day, they're the Gestapo in a big sense. It should be. They should be a. There should be a way to do that.
A government like regulated.
Military-ish, yeah.
It's not even like they're official. They are literally just hired goons.
Right. There is, that system is broken. But again, recognizing that system is broken means looking at the entire system as a whole.
Everything.
And that's freaking hard. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's annoying. And then you have to come to you have to come to some hard realizations, right? And
nobody is going to be happy with everything.
No.
Nobody is going.
And there's always going to be corruption, and there's always going to be people committing crime of every color, race, like whatever. Like that's always going to be happening, right? And it sucks, but it is humanity, and we just have to try to make the best out of what the circumstances which we're given. And yeah, that's, I mean, a tough discussion, but somebody said in chat, Anthony said, I personally think all news outlets should be accountable for spreading misinformation. I think that is an issue, because I understand what you're saying, and this is even why this take is nuanced. Who decides what's a misinformation, right? We have places like Reuters that does fact checking on a lot of stuff, and they are deemed as the most, like, one of the more journalistic and integral, or they have great integrity in their journalism, right? But that is it's kind of a subjective thing. I mean, that's why it's hard, and that's why critique and commentary is a necessary thing. Even though critique and commentary is dangerous in a lot of senses, or can be, you do need to have journalism, critique, and critique and commentary, or otherwise the journalism integrity is lowered, I think. So I think that's an aspect of it. And I think another aspect of it is like we saw in the Murdoch Fox case that happened overseas, that like Fox News is not a news channel. They are categorized as political entertainment. And the reason they got out of their last lawsuit was by saying that they said under oath to a jury that anyone that watches them is not watching them for news. They're watching them for entertainment. If they wanted news, they would not watch the station. However, Fox News is still the largest cable network news site in the entire world, and Tucker Carlson and The Five, two of their largest commentary channels that happen from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. every night, were the most watched cable news show for like 8 years in a row. So we have to come with the realization that the majority of Americans, 60-70% of Americans, are getting their quote-unquote news or misinformation from an entertainment, from basically like TMZ. You know, a place that is focusing purely on entertainment. And that is, I think, a really hard pill to swallow. I know it is for me. Like, that freaking sucks. Like, just wrap your head around that. You know, that's like freaking dystopian, awful horror. It's like people putting on Interstellar and trying to get to the moon using math and Interstellar. It's like, no, it's fiction. You're watching fiction. So that's definitely a hard part. But yeah, I wish there was a way that we could flag things as misinformation, and I wish there was more of a truth. But at the end of the day, that's the thing, right? Is that there is no universal truth as much as we want it to be. The closest thing we're going to get is, like, you know, I think a lot of people would disagree, a lot of conservatives, but I think like UN reports are typically peer reviewed from multiple nations, with very little outside funding or biases, corporate funding. So I think you have to look at things like that and try to make conclusions off of those things. Which, when was the last time Fox News like brought up anything like that? Like, you know, they're just not going to do it.
No.
But whenever someone tweets, they're on that crap.
Oh yeah. It's stirring the pot. It's just
Yeah, it's stirring the pot for
what
sure.
They're not trying to. They're not trying to give news. They're trying to get ratings. They're trying to get ad money. They're trying to get. It's just another big grift.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Fox News is probably one of the most successful grifts of
Oh,
the
yeah.
century.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean,
And, like,
that empire
They know
is
what they're
insane.
doing.
Oh yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah. For sure, for sure. I think the good news, to end this on a positive note, I think Gen Z is being a lot better about it. I think Gen Z, like, media awareness is on the rise again in younger generations. Partially because we have to argue with our parents, or I think there are a lot of Gen Z people, younger people like under 30, that are really striving to find truths. More so now than almost ever before. I think activism is on the rise, which I think is a net positive. I think like boycotting things you don't believe in is on the rise, which I think is one of the only ways you're going to really make a change in a lot of things. We've seen voting and voting registration on the rise. I think that's a good thing. We've seen people that have platforms use their platforms to advocate for voting and stuff like that, which I think is important. So I think that there's a lot of tides in the ocean that are moving things in a direction that I like to see, which is like staying well informed and voting and being vocal and stuff like that. So that's really the hope that I have. Is I think misinformation is being questioned a lot more. Statistics show that.
I think it's going to be a lot more questioned because of AI, and I think that things are going to be.
It might get worse
under a
before it
lot
gets
of
better.
questioning.
Yeah,
Yes.
it definitely could get worse before it gets better. Statistics are showing that men are still leaning to the right more now than before, because of the like manosphere, you know.
Yes.
Tate manosphere-esque, fresh and fit, whatever those people. So
Those grifters.
yeah, which is a whole
Another
nother
type of grift.
which yeah, exactly, which is a whole nother can of grifting worms. We will see, though, if that has permanent. I don't know if that has permanent. Is it? I think a lot of them are gonna outgrow that. I think a lot of.
Yeah.
It's a lot of 17 to 19-year-olds.
I think it probably extend it to like 23.
Yeah, it could be. I wouldn't be surprised. I think that there's gonna be a lot of people that outgrow that, though. I hope that there are.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I also see a
Only
lot
time
of.
will tell.
I see a lot of people too that are like also pro-violence, especially on like the far left, that are like, yeah, let's actually assassinate some people. And I'm like, there's never been a time in history when that has made things better. So I think that's another thing I see. I'm just like, I don't know if I can get behind that either. I understand the anger, but like, I don't know if that's it either. That should be like, that should be such a last resort. That should be like, we are getting like, people are going into camps last resort.
Wars have been started over stuff like that. So.
I mean, you get a power vacuum. You get a power vacuum, and then things just get worse off of that, or it becomes. I mean, if you think things are polarized now. I just think about the two like Democrats that were killed last weekend.
Yeah.
It's like political assassination, I just feel like has not ever really been productive in producing a positive result in the short term. Or even in the long term, it's questionable. I mean, in the monarchs, I guess, but that was kind of a interesting case. The French Revolution. That was the violence there probably still was pretty bad. I don't know if that was good either. They killed a lot of freaking people, and then a lot of them didn't deserve it. Some of them definitely probably deserved to not be in power, but yeah, that's a tough one.
I think we're getting a little bit into the weeds now, though. I think we've been making some good points, but I think this is we're in the we've given our good opinions. Though the French did it often enough. Look at them. Yeah, they're always looking for a fight. They're always looking to go out and cause some.
Yeah, but I do not like the political violence myself. I'll just say that. I'll end it there. It's not for me. I don't think it helps. Now, infrastructure violence. Okay, I'll stop. Nelson Mandela kind of based.
I think that desperate times can call for desperate measures.
It can.
And like frustrations can boil over. If you're so sick of a regime or an opinion or a way a certain thing is ran, or a certain worldview of too many people that have too much of the power.
Yeah.
I think I do think that sometimes violence is the only way to make a statement.
I mean, for sure.
It's not a means to an end, but it's the like, because intrinsically humans are still animals, and we will react to what is most shocking, and we will react to the most kind of innate thing that is still at our core, which is still violence. I mean, like,
it produces a result for sure.
In like ancient Rome with like the Colosseum and stuff like that.
That's
how they controlled the populace, by giving them an outlet for their frustrations through the Colosseum and stuff like that.
No, for sure. It produces a result, right? And it has consequences, though, as like anything does.
Yeah, of course.
It polarizes. It leads to I think that's the biggest issue, which is why like Nelson Mandela was not a large supporter for political violence on people, right? Especially civilians. Is that he was like, if you are trying to fight a regime, how can you ever expect to, have power again inside of that civilization if you, as the counter regime, are targeting civilians, right? If all the civilians that would eventually, hopefully, democratically support you, if you are targeting them, they're not going to do that. Or if they feel like they're being targeted. So, like, you have to be very tactical with those types of things, with what you're doing, because it can create martyrs, and it can create polarization even more so than anything media can do. Like, so it is a very, of course, you're right. There are definitely times when it is kind of a thing that, like World War II, right? The genocide of the Jewish people. Like, there did not appear to be a diplomacy out of that situation. There did not seem to be a de-escalation outside of that genocide, right? So yeah, there's definitely times when there are desperate times call for desperate measures, for sure. I will not deny that. It seems like the political assassinations, like I said, that happened last week and stuff like that, just seems so awful, though. Stuff like that, just to what means, like, it just feels awful.
And that's like that it's just it's so awful, and you can't really comprehend it in a sense where it's like, oh, this person watched too much Fox News, this person watched too much whatever, but like they were maybe they were going to do it regardless of that. Maybe it's what drove them to extremism.
Right. Yeah, that entire situation was crazy because that person was like a pastor that had served over. It was so much. Just to me,
So much
it's like,
information.
oh yeah, I'm like, okay, this person clearly just was like manic or something. It's hard for me to not believe otherwise. How anyone with a shred of even strategical thought, like what, I don't know what the expected outcome was supposed to be of that. Because again, you're attacking two like state legislators over a state decision that you don't. I don't know. It's just that one just seems super odd to me. Both like I said, both strategically and just the backstory of the person, just awful.
Senseless.
Sad. Yeah, very senseless for sure. But I'm glad that we don't live in the. You know what I was thinking today is I'm glad we don't live in the time of serial killers anymore. Like it's so much harder to get away with it. Like they had that guy in no time, you know. It's like
yeah, that's true.
The pastor of the church I go to is a very nice man, but he oftentimes tangents a lot on like back in my day, people had this culture war issue they had to deal with. Like he does that a lot, and it's very frustrating. And one of the things that he like brings up often is back in my day, the whole family unit was better or something like that, which is like, okay, sure. And then I think like, dude, when you were in kindergarten, black people couldn't go to school with you. Like what are you on about?
Yeah.
Right? It's like there were bigger issues than a mom and a dad. I mean, like we can pragmatically say that having two parents in the home is a better atmosphere for children. It's like almost undeniable to say that. That being said, like you got some other fish you got to fry if you're starting to talk about how good like the 1960s and 70s were, you know? Because like y'all had white guys just run around killing people for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And trying to get away with it. Like you get, and
they
they had fathers and mothers. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys got to compete with. You got some other stuff you got to compete with first, before you start glorifying that. That's the only thing I can. My mind always goes to that. Is like, bro, you realize like how screwed up so much of that stuff was. Jim Crow laws, stuff like that. Segregation, desegregation. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah. Different times.
Yeah.
We like to say.
Worst times in my, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we used to keep our door unlocked. Yeah, that's why the Zodiac killer killed all of his people. Yeah. Y'all were stupid.
Yeah, because you didn't have ring cameras.
Right. I've watched true crime. I know what happens.
Yeah. I already get myself out of a pickle.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh. Big stretch. All right. It's been lovely chatting. I'm gonna go and watch Markiplier.
Play Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm already caught up. I
need to watch the last episode.
All right, we need to have a FNAF theory lore as the stream at some time.
We can do that as soon as he finishes playing Secret of the Mimic, we can do a back-to-back politics / Five Nights at Freddy's lore.
Yeah, that is the golden combo. No, I actually I don't know if you watch. Do you watch Gibby's Homestead? I don't know if you're familiar. He's a FNAF theorist. About 50,000 subs. Anyway, I was watching Mark play it, and I had this idea for a theory, and I was like, I'm not freaking making a FNAF theory video. I do not have the time or energy to make a FNAF theory video. So I wrote it in an email and sent it to them. So we'll see if he makes a video on it.
Let's go. What's the theory? What's your game theory?
Well, have you watched all of the Mimic yet?
I haven't. I have to watch the 5th one.
Okay, so you do not know the ending of that game yet?
Oh, is the 5th one is it the finale?
No, but like I've watched through other people play it, so I like know the ending.
I do not.
You do not? Okay, so I will not spoil it. But it has to do with like what I think the secret actually is, like the quote unquote secret. And we know that like the Edwin guy is discovering stuff, and then Fazbear is building on it, right?
Yes.
As a contractor, they're like, you know what, we're gonna kind of a shiny Bellsprout. That's not a bad one.
Yeah, not too bad.
We know that like Edwin is building on, or they're building on Edwin's discoveries. They're basically like, yeah, you came across this thing that's really cool. We're gonna run you out of business, and then we're going to make it better. We know that they did that.
They Disneyfied him.
And I think I figured out what he found out that was the quote unquote valuable thing. That I think I figured it out. But you got to watch someone play it, and then I'll tell you.
Okay. We'll touch base.
Yeah, we'll
and then we'll do a 5 minutes podcast.
We'll put a pin in that, and we'll come back to that.
Put a pin in it. Wrap it in red twine. On
yeah. We'll come back to that.
What a 180 of conversation that we just had.
That's the JV. That's the JV live stream magic, man. You never know what you're getting.
That's always when we chat. We always just talk about random stuff. It's all the time.
It's a good time though. I enjoy it.
Me too. I feel like we would just yap about stuff until the end of time. I feel like
we can find new topics. I'll pivot to something.
Yeah. Let's start a podcast.
Oh yeah, we need more of those. Guys. Yeah, we need more. We need more podcasts.
Let's go.
All right, have a good one. I'm going to end the stream here in a moment too. I'm tired. I need to go to bed.
Good. Fair enough. Good talking with you, man.
Yeah, take care. See you later.
You too, buddy. Bye-bye.
See ya. For the 8 people still watching the stream, thank you guys for sticking around. I was too busy yapping to actually bring it up, but I did put a Snivy in a boat the other day over the— oh my gosh, I just broke my Scizor streak, my Scyther streak. All right, might chain another Pokemon next time. So I'm such a goober. It's all right. The Scyther one was gonna be tough to do anyway because the Scyther spawns are pretty rare. Oh man, but yeah, you know what? We'll do a P-Porp and JB FNAF stream sometime. That sounds like a good time. Oh man, that's funny. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here. I got a lot done today, but we still got a lot of time left before I'm gonna be able to get all the starters in the game. I have a feeling this is gonna be a grind. Obviously, I've been like clearing out this area, making like this little path for me to either walk or ride on a minecart, which hopefully makes things faster. And then I'm probably gonna farm some blocks while I'm around here. Just because I can. Like leaf blocks, I use leaf blocks all the time. Obviously, I need wood all the time because I'm a builder. So 2 birds, 1 stone kind of deal. Oh boy, we're about to finish this. It's about to go full circle. I hear my dog barking. I never eat dinner. Dang it. We're about to go full circle. I'm gonna go eat a PB&J and call it gourmet. Okay. Full circle. Now I gotta like make the area kind of safe. That's for another day though. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in and random questions and listen to me yap. You know, I do want to preface everything that I've said here. No one's gonna freaking clip me out of context. I highly doubt it. Whatever. If you do, whatever, have fun. You know, I was sharing a lot of leaning into political stuff. Obviously, my opinion. Please stay well informed. Please stay aware as much as you can. If that's not your deal, I totally understand. But you know, I don't hate anyone based on their opinion. But I just hope people stay well informed and take things with a grain of salt. We're just getting right into the stream. You know, we were talking about more serious topics, which is if that's not your space, that's totally fine. You know, in my videos, I keep them purely Minecraft and video game related. In my streams, I talk about stuff that I see and that's on my mind and that I want to talk about. And that's just who I am as a person. And if that's your thing, then, you know, watch my streams. And if not, you know, if you just want to turn off my streams, you're like, I don't care about politics. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get anywhere near it. I get it. It's not for everyone. It stresses people out. My videos are a safe space. My stream is me talking about things that I think are important to talk about. And I personally think some political and social stuff is important to talk about. I have a platform. I want to some degree, talk about it and use this as an outlet to express myself and be questioned and hopefully learn along the way. So that's kind of my motto. I'll never be a political content creator here, though, but, you know, if I talk about stuff that leans into politics, that's why. Anyway, as the sun goes down here on the Lemuria region on the BattleCraft SMP, I wish all of you guys a fantastic night, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Take care.